All right. Hopefully I did this right. This is my first time going live from an upcoming stream. So hopefully I did this right. Good day, good day. Let me get my crap together. Guess I don't really need that. Sorry, my phones are going off. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure. We're going to give a few minutes, see who pops in. And then I'll drink my coffee and have a moment. I got a new deck yesterday, too. It was really cute. And I'm kind of excited to play with it because it's one that talks about all of the sun symbols and all that cool stuff. So, and today I'm only doing YouTube. So everyone that pops in, I do got to figure out how to make, well, what does that mean? I better shouldn't, probably not. Oh, share screen. Cool. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, this is still new to me. We got to figure out how to work some of this stuff. Got it. Okay. Give it a few minutes. This is the next one, yes. I should have never got those little shelves on my desk. Now I have papers everywhere. So I'm going to have to pick one day to just organize. And my new corkboard, I got my stuff so I can do my background, even though my head's probably going to be right in the way. That's okay. We'll figure it out. One thing at a time. My Lord, already, what a mess. Should probably keep that one, maybe. What does that mean? Oh. Apparently, I have tons of receipts. Too many, way too many. I'm excited because soon I'll be getting my masterpiece. Hi. Hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Slowly getting my crap together. I cannot believe my kiddo is playing nicely in her room. That never happens. Oh, Lord. Where's my other ones? I don't know if I want to pull them all out just yet. Okay. Well, I'll give it a couple more minutes and then you don't want to come out, eh? That's why. The sun will come out tomorrow. It's out today. Okay. Yeah, let's do the sun. I need a bigger desk. Kind of cool to make a shelf right there. What are you doing, Miss Grace? Are you jumping on the trampoline? Sorry, I don't like when my cards are upside down all over the place. They may come out upside down, but I like to start them right side up. Give everybody a fair chance. Oh, now wait. Are you okay there, Miss Grace? Are you trying to break your head? That other, oh no, that's tomorrow, 22nd. Your other toy will be here tomorrow. Supposed to be here tomorrow. We'll see. All right. You make just a quick energy check. Make sure we're in the right mode, ready to go. Where's my pen? I guess we're ready to go. Collaborations, celebrations. I'm here for it. 11:11 on the clock as my phone notifies me. Collaborations, I'm here for it. Let me see. What does that mean? Is my thing coming? Sorry, I'm playing with my phone while I'm here. Multitasking as per usual. Hi, D7. D7th son. Welcome. How are you? Doing energy check-ins. Answering those burning questions. How's your day today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Let me pull just one. How about we start with a gratitude? Because I like gratitude. I'm doing great. I'm having a fabulous day. My kid is actually, I was like, I don't know how life's going to go because my daughter's home 13:31 on the clock. Mirrored numbers. As within, so without. She's playing in the bedroom, having fun. I thought, what a great. I thought at first it wasn't going to go well, but she's playing peacefully, so that's a good thing. Your past does not define who you are today. Close your eyes and take 10 deep breaths. With each inhale, breathe in calm and peace. With each breath, let go of what came before. You are here now. Your path is in front of you. That's a good message. And that's the goal. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It makes me happy because usually every time I try to go live or do one of these, she likes the camera. And she's learning, so that's good. We're learning to work together for a couple hours at a time. She can play and have fun and run around. She's got some new outside toys coming, like the playground and stuff, so she should be pretty excited. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So we're doing energy check-ins. If you have those burning questions, as long as we're not asking about other people's energy, we're not asking about lovers, what they're doing, those kind of things. I don't answer those because I don't peek into other people's energy. But if you're asking me about something you're working on or things you're trying to work work towards, working on jobs, applying for jobs, things like that, I'll do my best to answer them. Sometimes it's helping you clarify what questions you want to ask. Because if we can't ask the what's coming towards you, that's pretty general. Uh, that's pretty general. I can ask, but it's not going to be what are you looking for in the next, I don't know, month, week, days, year. What is your goal? What do you want to ask about? Are you looking for love, money? Those are probably the most usual suspects. But you got to be clear on your questions. So what's coming towards you is pretty general. But let's pop right out. Ace of Pentacles. So I don't know if you can see that. Sorry. That's a new idea. So if you've been working on something, that is the Ace of Pentacles, the money. Financial, new beginning, new financial opportunities, new job, new business, money, investment, savings. I love that that's the way it popped out. So if that's what you're looking for to come towards you, I'm assuming you're doing all of the right things, looking into your ideas, putting effort into them. Whether it's work, whatever it is, you're putting the energy in because even as I said it, it popped out right first thing. So potential for abundance. And it says potential. And there's a reason it says potential. Because you are the potential. And if you give up on yourself, and this is what usually happens. Many people, they put in the work, they put in the struggle, and right at the cusp, right when things are going to start turning around, they give up. And the goal is not to let that happen. So when you're feeling stuck or things, most times when it feels like the whole world is against you, not working out, it means that you're actually right at the cusp. So when it seems tough in that moment, don't give up, because it's funny that I said it like that, and that was what popped out. And it doesn't always, when we say potential for abundance, sometimes it's, you don't see it as this big check or something like that. Sometimes it could be, but most times it's an idea. It's something that's going to lead you to your purpose. And that's kind of the more important thing. You know, your idea is meant to obviously help you, but any idea that's meant to help others in this world in a good way is almost always going to bring you some form of success. And if not, it's going to lead you directly to it, whether it's collaborations, better people to work with, level ups in many different directions. So it's actually a really good start. And it's funny that you said money. The way it just popped up, I already knew the answer before you asked it. Great ideas, great money. Give me one Moonology. Is there a timing for this idea, this abundance? Something to let go of. You get two. Prosperity lies ahead and a fiery climax approaches. So, and that's the kind of aligns with what, wrong one, sorry. That aligns with what I'm saying. When it comes to the struggle, you have to maintain prosperity lies ahead, right? So the fiery climax usually is that struggle, that inner struggle that says, am I going to make it? Is it coming? Those kind of things. So that fiery climax, right where you're about to say, F this, I'm done, is right where you need to hold on. And you don't got to really fight it anymore. You just gotta stay. There always will come this void period. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. There's like this void period where you've done everything you could possibly do. And you're working and you're learning, you're trying to do everything you can, but there comes a point where you have to say, okay, the rest is up to you, God. And literally, that's how it goes. You let it go. You just keep doing what you're doing and leave it be. And that's when everything starts falling into place, just like dominoes. It goes one little thing, and then and you blow up. So It is a good thing. And whether it's an idea or an actual check, you never know. It says right at the very top here, potential. Sorry, it's backwards for me. Potential for abundance. Uh, Financial new beginning. It's a good start. And who doesn't like to hear that? And ever. That's like the best one ever. Let me have a self-care, because when you're doing the abundance, you're working on it, you're trying to figure it out. When shit hits the fan and you're not sure what you're supposed to do, or you get confused, the best way to win is look at yourself and focus on that abundance. Look down at your body, whisper, there's no home like you. Thank you. Find a way to give thanks using your body. What small acts of service can you provide for others or to your surroundings? And then we got, there is a pleasure in the pathless woods. Spend some time thinking about a part of your life that is yet to be planned out. Remind yourself that to have an adventure ahead is a gift, and your life is full of possibility. You already have it, kind of the idea. You just got to make sure along the way you're paying attention to self. Showing yourself that extra love, even in the struggle. So welcome in, guys. Here just hanging out.
My baby.
With my baby. This is true. I can see you in the corner over there, bud.
I'm pretending, baby. I'm pretending to be Peppa.
You're pretending what?
Pretending I'm Peppa.
Oh, you're feeding Peppa Pig? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she came out for a visit. Any other questions? Are you still here? D7? D, seventh son, right? Is that right? Any other things coming your way? Let's see. Queen of Pentacles, Temperance. Oh, don't have anxiety. Okay. We got Queen of Pentacles. And it doesn't have to be a queen. It could be, and then King of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay. Collaborations, working together. Being patient and not getting caught in anxiety and fear, which makes perfect sense. Those ideas that come to you, even if they feel insurmountable or impossible to do, don't do that, Grace. You're going to make a mess. They're there, and they're given to you by your highest best self, so you can always make it. There's no way that you're not going to make it as long as you don't give up on you. You keep showing up. It's coming. That's it. That's all. What are you doing, kid?
And don't forget to love your cat.
And don't forget to love your cat.
That's like what he does. like this.
I'm going to have to move over, because you can't be sitting in camera all day, bud.
I love you.
It's not how it works. I love you too. Welcome in. We're doing energy check-ins, answering those burning questions.
Say like this. I love you.
I love you.
Say like this.
Like this.
I love you.
Like this. I love you. Is that better? Okay.
Yes, hold his paws, and then we do something really cool.
All right, let me have a moon. Zodiac moon. I like these cards. I just got them, and
They go up and down with you. And
I like them
sometimes
because they help us
solo.
focus. Okay, we can't be yelling, little miss.
Yes, you may.
No, you may not.
Yes, you may.
Sit down, watch your
Commercial.
that was quick. Moon in Scorpio. Change in your emotional life. Transformation. They're not for me. They're for you. But you're not opening them because you have two already. Eclipse in Sagittarius. Success after a setback, and shine brightly like the star you are. Eclipse in Leo. Hold compassion for yourself. Transformation. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. When you're in transformation and you're growing, you got to have compassion for yourself, which if you go back to my videos, all my older videos, you shall see that that's all I talk about. Giving yourself compassion and love. Mostly I do teaching. Sometimes I come on and do these, but I thought it would be nice to kind of, as I'm going, as the people start coming in, do some little energy check-ins, because people always ask, and every time I go live for my other stuff, they ask me, and then when I can't do it because I'm teaching, they're like, I want to know. So I came on specifically for this, and we'll see what happens. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't be shy. If you got a question, ask it away. Let's see. Affirmations. My productivity stems from inspiration. When I focus on what brings me joy, my tasks become effortless actions. Facts. You can't do anything for money, for the love of money, because when you do, it's always going to fail. Because all the times you're not making money, it's not going to you're going to give up. You're not going to keep doing it because you're going to say it's not worth it. But when you do something that's your passion and something that you actually love, it becomes a lot easier and
What do I love, Mommy?
What do you mean, what do you love? Your kitty cat?
Yes, it was my the whole time. It was my kitty cat.
I was gonna go live and do it on TikTok too, but it gets too kind of chaotic, and I don't want to do that. So, well, guys, I'm here hanging out for a little bit because I know sometimes y'all got other things going on, but we'll give a little time today. Waiting on people to ask some questions. I can just do a pull energy check-in, and I may do that if that's what you want, but checking on that is more collective, right? So it's never going to be perfect to that person asking, right? When you pull on someone else's energy directly, it's a little easier to clarify questions, but generally speaking, pulling the energy like that, it can be helpful too. So I'll be right back while you guys think of your questions. Miss Grace.
What?
Are you picking up your mess, please? Can we not leave it there? Go pick it up. Go pick up your toy.
I'm gonna.
Where? I can't find it.
Chewy. You're right, Jimmy. I feel an energy boost coming on.
Are you okay?
I'm just gonna go and vacuum the lawn.
Sorry, I was looking for my painting because I wanted to, in between, do something while I'm doing this, but that didn't work out. I can't find it. Why? Oh, yeah. I'm here hanging out for a while. I'm not good at sitting still, so I also have to learn to practice that. Always got 20 things to do. But learning to be present and sit still is just part of my task. I have to learn to. Oh, what is that? Great news. Interesting. Okay, what should... Yeah, let's pull this one. Where's the other one? Sorry, I talk to myself while I do this. I have to decide what I want to do. What's in the energy today? What can we look for? We the Hathors, deep love. Yeah, we're just learning how to love ourselves, be present,
What's my tail?
and sit with it. The 7-star sisters, that's calling in your soul family. So learning the connections, all that stuff. What are you doing? Fun times. Fun times. All right. So on Monday, I have, tomorrow I have the interview with Yoga with Goga, which is going to be cool tomorrow morning. I know it got delayed a little bit because of travel, but Monday I start the new series, which is Alchemy in Motion, which is actually really cool. It goes, it flows along with the other three, the fire and flow, the grace and the grind, and the accountability. It pulls it all together and allows it space. So yeah, that's fun. Maybe I will go live with it. Should I? I can maybe do it that way, but I don't know that way. Then maybe. Trying to. Okay, there we go. Oh, this way, this way. Okay, let's see. So,
Congratulations, Zoe. You have no cavities. Looks like you've been brushing and flossing every day.
Yeah, twice a day. Once in the morning.
why can't?
Fresh. Not touching.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I already brushed my teeth this morning.
There we go. All right, good morning. Well, I guess it's out. No, not yet. Still morning here. How you doing? Let's see. Miss Grace. What am I writing? I don't know how to type and talk, apparently.
But don't worry, Odie is totally fine. He's just taking a break. Let's see if you get this experiment right.
Now I have these rocks here.
There we go. Yeah. Good morning. Hold on a minute. I gotta get it set up, but we'll get our crap together here eventually. Oh my lord. There we go. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay. Oh, we can do that one, but I don't really like it.
Let's find out.
1, 2, 3, sing.
That was right. See how Draco feathers do float.
So rocks sing.
What do you mean?
This science stuff sure is confusing. You know what isn't confusing? The gym class.
Silly Coach Rocco.
Nothing confusing about running, jumping, and playing sports. Did somebody say gym class? That's a great idea. I'm totally
Why is that?
No, we're still doing our sink versus pull-out lesson.
That's a good idea, Jimmy. First one of the pool gets an A+.
Hi, Mama. How are you?
You don't want me, Mom.
Why did it?
Mom, you don't want
Miss
me.
Grace, don't say that. That's not nice.
You love me?
Yeah, and it's just not nice at all.
You're not.
No, so we're not going to say those things because you know it's not true.
I know I'm your
How are you?
I'm
We're
your-
just doing energy check-ins,
I'm your
answering
baby.
questions. Yes, but I'm not talking to you right now. You're watching your show. You got to remember we have rules and we had an agreement.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No.
You don't get to change the agreement once it started. That's not how it works. Sorry, bud. Why does that happen here? Don't go into sabotage mode, my friend. How are you, Mama? I hope you're doing well.
You don't love my cat.
Miss Grace, don't even start, my bud. Why? Sorry, I'm struggling with my phone too. It's not working. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, guys. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. All right, so usually I come on, I'm doing teaching and all that kind of stuff. But every time I do that, people ask me for card pulls and all that. So I decided today would be the day. We'll just keep it simple. Energy check-ins. Answer those questions as long as we're not asking about somebody else's energy. We're asking about your own, what's going on in your own world. I don't mind doing it. So we're going to keep it simple, keep it light. And Julia, welcome. How are you?
Bye, Mama. Bye, Mama.
Why is it bad, Mama?
Go, Mama. Go, Mama.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, go sit down and watch your show.
hugging you.
I know you love to hug me. How are you? I hope you're doing well.
That's
I love this one. All right. I need a bigger desk for all these cards. Why is that like that? There we go. That's better. Limelight, welcome. How are you? Yeah, we're keeping it simple today. We're holding space, checking energy. Welcome, Jay. Doing the simple stuff, answering the questions that everybody wants to ask, but then they ask when I'm teaching. So today, we're keeping it simple. Love and light. I like that one. I have way too many desks, I think. How are you? I hope you're doing good. We're here to answer those burning questions, give guidance. Welcome, Laura. Give guidance, show some extra love, a little bit of wisdom. Sometimes along the way, we try our best. I do have my kiddo home, so sometimes it's not as simple. But if you have questions you want answered, we're learning how to balance. And I figure I better practice now because when she's out of school, I'm still going to have to find a way to do both. So We're learning as we go. Bob, welcome. Good day. I don't know where my angel cards are. Apprenticeship and Six of Pentacles. New job. Self-employment. Lots of new stuff coming. I can see that in the energy. Welcome, Twitch. Who? That made me think of, I think that was his name, Twitch, the guy that used to dance for Ellen. You're going to break the TV, kid.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. That's not supposed to hit the TV. Sit down. Nope. It's not time for that. You can go play in your room or you can watch TV. Wish upon a live. What is that? Some of these notifications, I still don't know what half the stuff means, but we'll roll with it. Hi, welcome in. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. So when y'all ask the questions, just understand movement's coming. As long as we keep moving, we're doing well. Let that energy ride. Spirit has your back. I love that. Duos. My friends steal my money. Duos, my friends steal my money. Does my friend steal my money? I can't ask if your friends steal your money. It's not, I can ask if your money keeps disappearing. Welcome, Mo. It says meditation. So that means you need to think on it. If it keeps showing up missing and there's only certain people around, I mean, if you're not taking it, the sun says yes, but independent wealth, independent success. So that was a double yes. But you have a lot of friends, so you can't just assume that it's one all of them. I'm assuming it's one or two, and I guess that's up to you to deduce. But then it has the lovers on the bottom, so it's actually the Two of Cups, but same thing. No, I invested in something. Oh Lord, with friends. That's the hard part because you want to support your friends. You always want to support your friends, but here's the thing when it comes to that, because it's great and you should support your friends, but you got to make sure you're supporting the right friends, first of all. And second of all, do the numbers line up? Always, if you're investing with friends, you got to have numbers all the time. The numbers got to add up. And if they are taking money from you or shorting you in any way, shape, or form, that's going to be on you just as much, because you have to 11:44 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. You have to be on top of it. You got to see those numbers. You can't let shit slide because they're your friends, because there's friends. And that's the problem when it comes to business arrangements. When you support your friends and you invest in things because you're friends, you let a lot of things slide. But then what happens is you feel slighted or you get ripped off, or not even on purpose. They're just not telling you all the things and what you deserve to know. You're putting in the money, but you're not getting the information back. It's not being reciprocated, right? So don't go in with the assumption that they're just stealing. Just tell them, if you want to keep this partnership, this says death, right? So I know we're not killing people. What it means is, because that was 4444 on the clock. What it means is it has to transform. So you got to tell them, if you want to keep me investing and staying with you guys, you got to be more transparent. Things have to be honest. Things have to be, numbers got to line up. If I'm an investor, I'm treated like an investor, not a friend. And that's going to make a difference. If they're not willing to do that, then you got to back out and protect your own stuff, right? The star. Oh, I better hide that because there's there. It's the star, which was just confirming what I said. When you invest in people, you got to understand that your heart, the King of Cups, your heart and your emotion has to step out of it, and it has to be business. And when you focus on just business, you create space, but there has to be boundaries. Yes, we're friends, but I've invested my money with you. That means that there has to be full transparency, and you got to create those boundaries, put them in writing, right? Protect yourself always. Because it really sucks when you want to really help other people and you lose because you let things slide. Don't let them convince you to let it slide. Hi, Troy. And who was that? Ahil? Tori, welcome. We're keeping it simple today. Energy check-ins. Usually I'm doing teaching and all that good stuff, but every time I'm doing my teaching lives, everyone wants to ask those questions. So today I decided to keep it simple and just do energy check-ins, questions, all that good stuff. So I'm also on YouTube. Oh, all my teachings. I keep forgetting to say that on my uh, classes, all that stuff. Look at that victory. If you follow what I said, Jay, you will have victory, and that could mean victory as in you get your money back, you win, or victory as in your investment pays off. At bottom of the deck is 4 wands, which is stable foundations. So to create your stable foundation, you need to be 1,000% clear on your boundaries, and don't even go have the conversation with those friends until you have everything, what you need to know, what you need to understand, time limits. So monthly, every other month, whatever, return on investment when that starts coming in. Be very, very clear with what you need to have. And then give a little bit of room for compromise, not a lot. Allow them if they say, okay, well, I can't do this, but every 2 months, if there's a valid reason why, then and it makes sense to you, then you say, okay, I can agree to that. But go in willing to compromise a little bit, but be very solid on your boundaries. And that's how you're going to get victory. So I like the way that popped up, because when you're creating your stable foundation, friends have to understand that friendship and business very rarely coexist in a stable way. So if they want that, then transparency has to be 1,000%, because nobody wants to lose a friendship over business, and nobody wants to lose their life savings supporting a friend. So that was pretty much the best way I could explain it. What can we do? It's up to your judgment. You have to understand and trust your own judgment. If you feel you don't need your friends, you don't need them to invest. Is that what you mean? We all need friends in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not on a business. Maybe sometimes not on a business thing, but I'm one of those people that I wish some of my friends would have invested in me. But then there's also times in my life where I was like, I wouldn't say wishy-washy. I was always a side hustle going on. I was always working. I was always trying to build something on the side. But when things didn't work out, I was easy to let it go. Mind you, people didn't invest in me either. So at the time, it was easier. I don't think it would have been easy to let go if I had friends that were counting on me to make that money. So I think it just depends on the situation. But we all need friends to some extent. I believe, anyway. We got... I know you think about me and divine timing. Divine timing. These are just my little cards. I wrote them, I don't even know how long ago. It's been a while now. Then it says test. We all need a test. Shadow work. Moving on and up. Yeah. Just make sure you're as level-headed, as balanced on the inside as you can possibly be. And everything on the outside will match up. Michelle, welcome. Oh, Michael, sorry, pardon me. Welcome. We're just answering questions, checking energy, hanging out. I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok today. And if y'all follow me here, if you have a YouTube account, help a girl out, go follow me on YouTube at Creativity Guides Me. Black, welcome. If you follow me there, you can watch all the replays of my lives, especially my teaching the Transforming Pain into Power, the Fire and Flow series. There's a lot to learn there, a whole lot to learn. If we want to be emotionally balanced and learning to catch those triggers before it hits, that's the kind of goal we want to do here. So if you don't mind, go follow me on YouTube. There's lots of replays, lots of videos to check out. Good morning on my YouTube. So I saw you pop in. We're here answering questions. So I'm here for a couple hours, taking some time, and we're going to answer those questions. And hopefully I can answer them the way that's going to make you happy. I can't always promise the perfect answer, but I can promise you'll get what you need to hear. I don't know. It doesn't show me who pops in. So unless you say hi, I don't know who you are. But welcome, welcome. All right. So what else is going? Time to feel it. That popped right up, eh? What do we want to pull today? I'm kind of just feeling it out. If there's no specific questions, I'll just pull a couple cards and see what's going on. Promise. Let's do a gratitude. I always like gratitude. And if we're happy and we're full of gratitude, we're always winning. Consciously celebrating the blessings of life is part of an integrated spiritual practice. It's a form of bowing to the mystery. Will I get a new job? Give me a second. Make a list of 5 blessings in your life. And this is for you too, Jay, because if you're investing with friends and you want it, why do you want a job if you're investing with friends? But I will ask, Naomi, don't overwork yourself. We all think we got to work to death. Finding the struggle, in the struggle, we have to work all this craziness. But what you really need to do is find your passion and follow it. And that's going to bring you to your abundance. I promise. Naomi and Julie, welcome. Make a list of 5 blessings in your life. Add to it once a week. And each month, take a few minutes to reflect on all the blessings you have. All right, Jay, I'll ask. If you're investing your money with friends and you don't have a job, that's not a good scenario. You invest in yourself first, always. Nobody else until you're doing well. When you're doing well, then you can spread the love around. Don't overwork yourself. Will I get a job? Well, that's the wish fulfillment. And this says marriage up there, unless marriage is going to be your job. So it says maybe, but you're sailing on to calmer waters. So as long as you are leaving the toxicity and all the other stuff, why are you suffering slowly? Don't do it, because it looks like there's wish fulfillment once you move on to calmer waters. Suffering slowly, waiting for a job. Don't do that to yourself. Invest in your own self. That's what it's there for. Your head is bandaged. Oh, my Lord. Don't do that. Oh, that popped right out. Oh, pardon me. This was wish fulfillment. So the other one was the 10 of Cups, which is your complete happy ending. So, Christina, welcome. I don't know why I couldn't count. So it was the 10 of Cups, and then you got 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So at the end of the day, when you learn to sail on to calmer waters, you let go of all of the shit that's holding you back, whether it's a person, place, thing, mindset, many, many things. Once you can leave that stuff behind, you're going to sail on to calmer waters. And when you sail on to calmer waters, you're sailing right into your wish fulfillment. Don't worry about investing in friends. Invest in yourself, always. First and foremost, boost yourself, love yourself, find your passion, and whatever it is, even if you think it's weird at first, if you're unsure, just start following it. Check in. That's where your money comes. That's where everything comes. Chain, welcome. How are you? We're just doing energy check-ins, answering questions, doing what I can, sitting in the energy. Ooh, look at the Fool. and travel coming. So you got something coming there, Jay. It seems to be your energy right now. 1, 3, 6, 7 of Pentacles. If you're putting in the work, and I'm right, that's the High Priestess. You're sailing out. You have to start over, right? You're leaving a lot of shit behind. Very clearly, you're leaving a lot of shit behind. You're moving on to calmer waters. You know your ships are coming in when you start showing up for your own self because you've been putting in the work. The High Priestess is one I already know and you already know. You got to do what you got to do. Can I get a reading? I can answer your question for you, Red Rose. What is your question you would like? Chilling a bit. How are you doing? Can you tell me? Will I get a job? Why is everybody jobless today? What's going on? Carrie and Tanya. Okay, who is this? Chain? Okay. Will Chain get a job? It said no. I don't. Are you in hermit mode right now? Are you hanging out? Are you recovering, recuperating? Something like that. You will obviously get a job. Are you being maybe not focused on the right things? It could be depression, could be addictions, could be struggling. I'm not trying to call you out. It could be a mindset. It could be anything. It says, oh no, don't start sweating. Don't worry. It just means right now that you have to be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself down. And the Hermit means going inward. Give me just Ras Love Shernette. I don't know what that means. What is your question, hun? How are you, Kay? I hope you're doing good. Okay, can we stop being a smart ass for poor Chaim and see if will they get a job? It said no again, but so you're not I'm laughing actually because I don't I'm gonna explain it to you really quickly. 7 of Cups is options, means you have options. But you got to end out a cycle first. So whatever you got going on, it's okay. Something has to complete and it's going to come to completion. Page of Cups. You got to show up and love yourself just a little bit. Give yourself that time. Find your inner self. Do what you got to do for you so you can find your passion because your justice is coming. You will, but you have to take time for yourself. The Knight of Pentacles. Go slowly. Don't rush just to get a damn job. Focus on your passion. Trap Queen, welcome. I want to know if Ras loves me. Okay, that's the one thing that I won't do. The reason I don't pull other people's energy is because Ras is not here. So I will ask things in your energy, but I cannot ask somebody else because it would be like me going into your home and peeking in your curtains. And I wouldn't want that done to me. But I can ask other questions. And if you want to know if someone loves you and you have to ask me and not communicate with them, it's never going to benefit you. I really need people to start communicating because if you don't even give them the opportunity, if you're asking and not asking them, if you don't feel safe and you feel like you have to question it, then will knowledge. I like that name. Will knowledge marry you? Again, we're getting to the point where that's something that I cannot help you with. I'm not going to answer, will somebody else do something? Because you can ask, will you do something? Will something come in your future? But asking about somebody else's stuff is pulling on their energy. And when we start pulling on someone else's energy that didn't ask for it, that's when we incur karma, right? So marriage shouldn't even be on your brain if that kind of communication isn't happening in any relationship. And I mean that with all the love in the world, but if you can't even have that conversation and you're left feeling in questions, and maybe it's because you're not communicating, so I'm not putting it on them, like we're not blaming them, but if you're not having that time and that communication, then you're not even giving your partner the opportunity to say, hey, yeah, I love you. And I'm sorry. I didn't know I was making you feel that way. You don't even give them the opportunity to step up. And I don't want to see that happen, right? I want to see Relationships that are happy and full of communication, honest, transparent communication, so you never have to worry. Kay, how are you? Are you still here? Today is the answering burning questions day. So if you have any, as long as they're not asking about someone else's love, look, Ace of Swords, that means I am correct. I know what I'm talking about. If you have to ask somebody else when it comes to a relationship issue that should be based on communication, trust, and love, safety, security, all those wonderful things that are meant to be in a relationship, um, you're missing the whole point of the relationship. Have some trust in your partner. I'm shipping out your rose toy today. What is that? Oh, you're one of those people. Thank you. Thank you for the. Are you crocheting? What are you making? Rose toy. What's that? I'm sure it's something yucky, but bully easy. Yeah. So bully. Welcome, bully. It's a great idea though. Maybe you should start shipping them out. Maybe you actually make some money. I'm okay to have a laugh. You can't embarrass me. That shit. Why would somebody be embarrassed about something like that? A lacy cardigan? Are you? Oh, I want. Do you post them when you're done making them? Like, do you put them on a video or post the pictures or any of that stuff? Because that would be awesome. Red Rose, new account. Oh, there's an incoming message with the Knight of Cups. So that means something's going on here. But it's slow moving. The Knight of Cups is time to feel it. Hey, what am I pulling? Well, I want to see that. I love it. I make my art and stuff. I have a sewing machine and I kind of want to get into experimenting, but I've been so busy trying to get my business up and running. Well, it's up and running, but trying to get it going steady, stable. We're not trying to go become billionaires yet, but just, get it stable, a complete system where this many days of the week I ship out, this many days I'm making, and kind of work it out like that. What are you doing? So until I get to that point, I'm kind of waiting. My shorts are full of creation. I've seen a couple of them. I've also started trying to make long form videos. What is that? Oh, it's your game. I'm like, what is that sound? JB and user, welcome. Well, you know what I want to do is I want to find somebody that makes pantsuits. Or it could be skirts too, but they can't be like every time I go to these stores and I look for like those dress suits, business suits, whatever, but for women, the nice like pinstripe, beautiful ones. Every time I go and I find one, I find usually the skirt ones, and the skirts go like just under your ass. I'm not trying to be a porn star. I want to have some nice suit outfits for businesses and stuff, but the skirts are so short they scare me. I don't want to do that. So if you start making stuff like that, please let me know because I will be your number one customer. I do want to start making stuff like that, but it's something that has to be on its way. Man, well, so here's the thing with crop tops and stuff, okay? When you're skinny and then you're little and you don't have, big boobs, it looks beautiful. So you see it in the store and you're like, oh, that's a beautiful shirt. And then you put it on and your boobs are up to your chin, hanging out everywhere. And right now I'm just answering questions. I do have my PayPal up, so if you want to donate, you're more than welcome to, but it's not necessary. I'm giving my time. I'm building my platform. So as I'm doing it, like over on my TikTok, I've been building, but I kind of go back and forth. And so if you would like me to answer a question, I will do my very best. But I have one rule, it can't be, will somebody marry me? Are they cheating on me? Things like that. Because if it's not about you and your own life moving forward, I won't help with it because I won't go into somebody else's energy. But otherwise, if you ask me, I will do my very best to get the answer for you. Island Girl, welcome. I love that name. I want to be on an island right now with an umbrella drink, chilling. Are you going to play your game or are you going to leave that music going? So yeah, China, if you want, feel free. Ask the question. I will do my very best to answer you. Stella, welcome. All right, let's do an energy check-in. How about an angel number? It's been a bit. Until people have specific questions, I'll just pull some numbers and do small energy check-ins. I think I'm going to start doing it. So every Saturday I have, I come on and we'll just do this because a lot of mine I do all my teachings, the alchemy emotion. That one starts Monday, which is actually going to be really good. That's going to be a 10-week series. And really what we're doing is just pulling together the fire and flow, the grace and the grind, and the accountability. Because when we pull it together, I'm teaching you how to do what? These email notifications. I'm teaching you how to alchemize, transmute emotion. 1414, light up. You got 2 popped out again. And I love that. So good vibes, balance, respect, family, optimism, quality, new connections, and joy. Focus on your needs, desires, and passions. A lighthearted approach makes everything more accessible. New opportunities, a fresh friendship, or even an addition to your family are on the horizon. Positive energy will accelerate the flow of blessings coming your way. You start seeing that number all around, 1414, means part of this message is for you. And then we got 0505, an unexpected shift. And these are really the best ones. When you expect them, you put too much pressure on it. When you just kind of go with the flow and these shifts happen, they're the best ones because you almost don't even notice them till you're already in that higher vibration, that higher timeline. And it is pretty exciting that way. So divine guidance, transformation, love, serendipity, intuition, adaptability, new opportunities. A sudden change is coming, encouraging you to follow your true passions. While it may disrupt your current path, it will lead you to where you belong, whether that's a loving relationship or your dream career or a new location. Embrace the unexpected, trust your instincts, and welcome the opportunities that arise. 0505 and 1414 seem to be the numbers for the day. Welcome, Edie. How are you? Red Rose, did you still have a question other than your partner? Something exciting going on in your life or something you want to know about? Guidance. If you go to my website too, you can always do, I have clarity guidance. It's not just we're not just talking about pulling cards. Sometimes I'll use them as a tool if you ask, but a lot of it is getting clear, making those decisions, clarifying our wants and needs. And you can book those events through my website. They're usually 40 minutes. You can do them through email or live like this. It wouldn't be live on here, but through Zoom or whatever. But they work out really well when you need clarity. Using these tools can be a really great help, but they are not needed. When I use these tools, I use them to confirm for you guys, usually the message that I'm talking about. So unless question is asked along the way, usually it's just visually to confirm what I'm saying. Welcome, Jen. I send a prayer of love to all beings in the need of a miracle. This is something you can say all day, every day, and never go wrong. Oh, I forgot. TikTok does the auto highlights. I wish YouTube did that. That would be really nice. Kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. Amen. All right, what time is it? It's been an hour. Yeah, a little over an hour. I'll give it a little bit more time. I don't want to hang out all day, but I'm trying to keep space for everybody. And I know it's slow at the beginning and it's Saturday, but I think it's the best way to do it because that's when I'm home. And hi, Eva, Iva, Joanne, welcome. It's the best time. That way I can sit. I don't have to rush out of here. Um, and hopefully I can answer those questions and help people. Oh, what was that? That was weird. I got all these notifications all at once. I was like, that's kind of weird. Welcome, Anisha. Trying to decide what to pull. I just got a new deck and it's kind of interesting. So maybe I want to play with that a little bit. It's the astrology deck and it has it's actually really cool. But it's got, so for me, like, it won't tell me your birth chart or anything. Well, maybe it would if I asked. Welcome, Anna. What kind of things can I do to make, oh, there's a million things. While you're doing the crocheting is a great idea because the most important thing is speak your greatness. Speak your greatness every single day. And the moment you start to feel, not happy, you got to remember something. When you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing and still finding a way to be happy, the saddest part in this whole world is that that tends to piss people off. And whether they know it or not most of them don't know it. But when they're like, oh, look at that person, or when people gossip and they talk stuff, that's spell work, right? So the same way we speak greatness into the world, when we're complaining about things, when we're negative, angry, upset, and we're spewing things because we're angry, what happens is we take away. Nope, I'm talking right here. That's not
That's happiness
what happiness means. Go sit down. Okay, but you're not listening, and that's not fair. Welcome, Jan and Cindy. So, Miss Grace, one, go play in your room, or I'm going to turn the TV off. One, she's testing the boundaries. Sorry. That's what children do best. Speaking is really important. Everything you say, every time you walk by a mirror, every time you go to the bathroom, every time speaking your greatness. I am at my highest vibration. I am happy. I'm joyful. I'm grateful. I'm excited for what's coming. That is the quickest, fastest way. Getting up and moving your body. Go like dancing. You could just be dancing, or you could just be, simple little things. Just putting on music. Be careful with music because there's a lot of disturbing music out there now. But it doesn't. That one I struggled with too because I was like, music is supposed to be so happy, and what I did learn is intention matters. So as much, we don't want to be feeding negative things into our system, but we also understand that being happy and joyful is one of the best ways. But me, I get up and clean. I start a negative thought. I literally used to, they call it EFT tapping, I guess, but I didn't know that. And I was always, just like this and doing the simple things. Sometimes it's tapping your hands. The idea is just because when you do whatever you're doing in that energy, you could be just sitting there watching TV or doom scrolling. When you do that, your brain goes into focus mode, right? Yes, I've been doing so much research into that too. I quit listening to music after I quit doing drugs, and I didn't even realize until recently. It affects you a lot. And so here's another thing what we forget. Even if the music isn't specifically triggering you, you have memories tied to those to the music. Now, don't get me wrong. I will blast me some Jelly Roll and sometimes have tears rolling down my face because that man, I love his music, um, and it's okay. And usually, what happens, the difference is you need to understand when you're listening to stuff like that. The idea is that you needed to feel something, you needed to release it, right? And if it's stirring up emotion in you, it means that there's something hidden down there that's waiting to be seen and witnessed, right? um the band Chevelle, I feel like I know who that is. What songs do they sing? How old are you? You got to be my age then, eh? Because Chevelle is like 80s, 90s, no, 2000s. I don't know. It's somewhere. It's a while ago. Oh, you're 30. Oh, you're a baby. You're a baby. I thought the Chevelles would be like Chicago Air Supply, but that's way old. I'm gonna have to look them up. Read or send the pain below. Man, I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar. I probably do know it, but Judy, welcome. It's rock. Okay. Oh, which is Air Supply Chicago, but that's older stuff. The band sounds familiar, but I haven't been listening to a lot of music lately. And that's weird because usually I love to dance and I love to sing along. But I found that sometimes it was what's the best way to put it? Sometimes it feels like it's pulling on my energy, and people can actually use that to tug at your heartstrings. And uh, sometimes it's not intentional, and most times we have to assume it's not. And that's really the hardest part, right? And when those memories come to your brain, it's not always somebody else either. It's that older you. It's the you that was screwing up or not feeling 100% proud of yourself. Checkmate. EST. I like that. I like your name. Listening to MGK right now, Starman. MGK is okay. I don't That's what I'm saying. It's so hard. The problem is, and I could go in and talk for days about all of the music and the music industry right now, the things coming out. Uh, it's just, I mean, I knew for over a decade, but it's been happening for so long. And the problem is when you think about it like that, even if the song and the music brought you joy, at the end of the day, when you understand what they did with what they were gifted, right? What they were using makes it very hard to relate. And that's one that I struggle with. So I can't judge on that whatsoever. It's just EST, everyone stand together. Yes. I don't know why I'm like EST. What is that? We stand together and yeah. Well, here's the problem. Now I'm in Canada, but I lived in the US for 10 years. So, and I have two adult kids there. So, when I tell you, I'm not just saying it because I'm here in Canada judging the US. We got some shit going on here too. But when you look at it at the end of the day, they're so busy trying to separate. They're going to separate you through race. They're going to separate you through culture, through religion, through economic class. They're going to separate you from left or right. And that's the bullshit. Okay. That's what upsets me. It's the look over here, look over there. But if everybody's so busy hating on the left or the right, the Trump fans, the Trump haters, or whatever. No, Miss Grace. Uh, Everybody's so busy doing that is to distract, because when we all come together and we unite, and what we need to be uniting for is the one thing, is the children and all the things that have been happening. And it been happening. I literally started talking about it 10 years ago on my Facebook and stuff, and then my whole life went to hell. I can't even begin to tell you the shit that I went through. Everyone called me crazy. I was a conspiracy theorist. I was a troublemaker. I was all the things, and now it's all coming out, and I'm like, everyone's like, everyone should be angry, and everybody should be doing this, and you're absolutely right. They should. And everyone's like, why aren't you angry? I'm like, because I've been dealing with it for 10 years, and it's not that I'm not angry. It's like finally people are catching up. And if we keep trying to run ahead uh, and not wait for the world to catch up, and maybe not the whole world, but enough people to catch up, then we can't actually make change. And when people step outside of all that, that's why my spirituality and all the things that I talk about, I don't talk about church. I don't judge anybody, whatever you are, where you're from, what you believe. I believe the only way to understand, to know what to do, is to check in with yourself. You can't hear God if you don't know your own voice. And I say God, I say the universe, I say source, I say spirit, because people are like, well, this is the only religion that matters. Well, that's not true, because the natives weren't one specific religion. They had their own spirituality, and they said thank you to everything. And God wasn't sending them all to hell. So I believe that we all have a piece of the information, and I believe that every single one of us need to meet, talk to, listen with an open heart and an open mind to all of the people we encounter, because everybody has a piece of the puzzle. And until we come together and learn together and listen together and start trusting and honoring each other respectfully, we're never going to get the whole answer. And we may never get the whole answer, but my answer could be 1,000% right for me and completely wrong for someone else. That doesn't mean one is right or wrong. It just means that they both can be true at the same time. And when more people start to understand that and stop focusing on those kind of things and start focusing on the things that do matter, are protecting our kids, fighting for people to live better, helping the homeless get off the streets, helping people just get into a better position where they aren't forced into uh, having to do something good, bad, or ugly out of survival. It's very sad that when someone has to decide whether feeding their family or stealing something, how do you judge that, right? It's not our job to judge. Uh, and I believe what I believe, but I believe that everyone has their own lessons to learn. And when we get involved and start uh, playing God on our own, we mess with not only do we mess with someone else's karma and their lesson they had to learn, we mess with our own, because we're inviting that negativity back on ourselves. So fight first for ourselves, and we can't fight the government. We can't fight all these people just yet. But you know what we can do? We can be more accountable in our own homes. We can make sure our children know when to see something and say something. We can make sure they feel safe. We can keep an eye on the other kids in the area. When you're out shopping, you see kids in the carts with their parents. You keep your eye on them, right? If something happens, you see someone being mistreated, you speak up and say, hey, I don't like that. I'm not okay with that. That's how we make change. And if enough of us start doing it, if we're accountable in our own little area, what happens is accountability falls just like dominoes, just like the shit. When the shit rolls downhill, the accountability forces it uphill. And what you're seeing right now with all the things going on in the media, which is just understand what you're seeing in the media is a very small portion of what's actually happening. And if you're seeing it in the media, you're seeing it in the media because they couldn't possibly hide it. There wasn't enough. It couldn't be hidden anymore. Trust me, it's already 3/4 of the way through if it's being shown at this point, right? Welcome, Mary and Healing, PJ and Di. Welcome. And Jackie, welcome. So understanding that and trusting that there's lots going on in the background that we have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. 4, 5. Thank you, Spirit. When we begin to understand that, we have to trust. And if we stay focused on what they got going on, we take away from where we can actually protect ourselves, our children, our family, our friends, our neighbors, our kids in school, having them speak up. Sardanta, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Um, yeah, for sure. I've always been progressive and wanted to help build a better world where everyone can live in peace together. Music has helped me a lot. Right. And you know what? Music has saved my life too. There's times where it has. Um, there's times where it inspires you. And here's the in any lesson in this world, I believe you get out of it what you go into it with. So if you go into it with negativity and pain and all that filter, you're gonna come out with that. But if you go in intending on peace, how are you, Di? Is it Di or Day? Welcome. If you go in with that piece, um, and just listening to the words, you got to remember, for any words, any series, anything, the Bible, any journals, diaries, written, movies, we see it from our perspective. So even though the writer might have meant this, we see this, right? Or we understand this from our own filter. So um, and even when they tell us this means this and this means that, that doesn't mean that that's what the writer was actually meaning, right? So I never wanted to settle for a modest life. There's even that one Kanye song, Never Let Me Down. Yeah. The feature song says, That's why I sold my soul. Yeah. Trying to make it better for these little boys and girls. So here's the problem. Kanye is trying to fight the system. I believe that. And you gotta understand, Kanye was in the system for a long time. And a lot of the stuff I don't really talk about as much because we could go deep down the rabbit hole. And um, trust me, I did. I did it for a decade and I had to find balance because when you do that, people start. Well, now it's not so bad because now it's actually coming out and people can't look away. But 10 years ago when I did that, I lost everything. And people said I was crazy. I was doing this. I must be on drugs. I must be doing this because I wanted to fight to protect the children. And I wanted to go to war. And when I realized that you can't do that, you can't stop it like that because I'm only one person. And even if there was 100 other people spread out all over, um, it wasn't enough to put a dent in it. And then when I started to realize that no matter how you look at this situation, at all the things going on, the only way to make change, like real change, is to stop feeding those people. So, like, I don't go to the movies. I watch YouTube. I'll watch my TikTok. Um, I don't give the famous people. I don't give them my time and energy anymore. I'd rather boost these smaller creators, people that are genuine with their passions. And I don't get me wrong, I love music. I still listen to it, but I'm more on the thing like my daughter watches her cartoons, so like I don't pretend to be perfect. I still shop at Walmart and Amazon sometimes, but every chance I get, I try to do buy from small creators, from small business, and spend my money there. Because when we can support those smaller businesses, we're taking from those bigger businesses, and we're allowing um, the energy to change. So we're not supporting all those things that they have going on now because it's a system that's been built that way for so long. It's very, very hard. To make huge changes, but that's why, and it's drastic, and it becomes very hard. And because we're all involved in some way, shape, or form, if we're paying for these movies, if we're paying for this and paying for that, we're feeding into that negative stuff. Um, but it's not our fault. It's not like something that we made that decision. It's the way that they have built the system, right? So, if you want the system to fall or change, the only way you can make it change is with your money, with your energy, because that unfortunately is the only thing that revolves around the world and them and these businesses. So when you start changing it, you notice like where you see these big changes made in the news. Those are happening because people said, no, we're boycotting you. We're not okay with this. And then they actually changed what they did because they lost enough money in a short period of time to say, oh, no, this is not okay. We're going to have to make a change. And And that's the only time and the only way you've ever seen any real change happen anywhere along the way. So when we start taking that into example and understanding that, yeah, we can't change everything drastically immediately, but making one small sustainable change and then adding another one, and always keeping an eye on your kids, your friends' kids, the kids playing down the street, being aware, watching for weird random cars driving by, being like, making people feel uncomfortable. Take note of it, write down the license plate. I don't care if it's called a Karen or not, because I don't usually sit out front, but if things like that are happening and I don't feel comfortable, we're gonna make sure, because we got to protect our kids. We got to protect our neighbors' kids. We got to do those things, right? Have you ever seen Morgue? I don't know. You have to maybe comment on one of my posts, or I watch a lot of stuff when I go. Morgue. Where's my pen? I may be subscribed and I don't know. The problem is when I really like something, unless I see it all the time, there's my pen. I miss it. Give me a second. Let me write it down. Because I'll search them up. I could go days and days and days and watch that kind of stuff. What is it? Morgue? Morgue Official. It helps if I open the pen. Nellie, how are you? Morgue Official. I would look it up right now, but I'm afraid that I would kick myself out of my life. Talks about Gnosticism. Is that right? So here's my thing. All of these things that people talk about, there's a balance between all of them. And when we go into extremes, Morgue Official, I wrote it down, so I will check it out. I have a feeling I'm probably already oh shit. It might kick me out. Why aren't you putting your shoes on? Why? You can't go outside. It's cold. You got to put your jacket and stuff on.
No, I mean, I'm going to sit down so we can get in the car.
We're not getting in the car.
Yeah.
This kid has been shopping for 2 days straight and thinks she's going to go buy some new stuff. Welcome, Griffin. Talk about this stuff. It's hard to find people to talk about this stuff with. I'm reading Gnostic book. What is it? Yeah, Morgue is very balanced. He talks about a variety of things. Gnosticism is just what I remember him for. I'll definitely have to check it out. I'm very I find, like, I'm spiritual, but I'm not the meditator. I'm not the one who prays 1,000 times a day on my hands and knees. But I talk to God just like I'm talking to you right now. So when I have a question, I speak it out. When I'm saying thank you, yeah. But what kind of knowledge? Are you talking like occult knowledge? Just knowledge in general? And either way, anything new and interesting, I like. I'm always wanting to learn. So, yeah, I'll have to check it out. Is it like more occult knowledge, or is it just any knowledge in general? Grace, don't do that. Gemini. Geminis are the chatty social butterflies. There's some Geminis coming in. What did knowledge of consciousness and how you are divine light? Okay. I was going to say knowledge is such a broad term, but so I'm assuming it's talking about grounding it then, right? A little more about how we're bringing it to earth. We're grounding it, I guess, is the best way to say. Knowledge of consciousness. So you know what I used to watch all the time was Gaia? Bob's energy, yeah. And that's wild that I don't talk to him. Taurus, second sign of the zodiac. Involves everything you talk about. That's the funny thing is, a lot of these people are like, have, what do you call that? Certificates. Can you stop doing that, please? I don't like that. Okay, but what you're doing is not right. When she's not getting attention, she does the fake, I'm like choking. She makes herself gag. I'm gonna knock her out today. Not for real, but maybe in my dreams. Okay, give it to me. Yeah, let me get her something to drink. Give me 1 sec. Everyone has certificates, and I have experience. So I'm a master in life experience. I'm not a master. I actually someday would love to get certified in a lot of things, but I'm already certified in so much experience. Shit makes me psycho. It's not a good thing at all. Okay, no more doing that, Grace. You have to use your words. No more pretending to choke or we're going to fight. You understand? Do you want to fight today? No? Sound like I'm beating up my kid. She doesn't even look at me. She's just like, whatever, Mom. I can't even scare her. Griffin Spam and Eddie, welcome. Yeah, I talk about energy, but I talk about it from a little bit of a different perspective. Now, I don't know how he talks about it, but so I shouldn't say different, but I talk about it only from what I've experienced, and I talk about it from a space of when you walk through the fire 1,000 times, you learn to walk through it without getting burned. You ever watch those people that walk across the hot coals? And like if you or I were to do it, we would burn the shit out of ourselves. But you watch these people do it, and they do it in such perfection that they don't even singe the bottom of their skin. And that's really what it comes to, right? I learned through trial and error. And that doesn't mean that I can answer always or fix anybody else. But what I can do is, if we resonate, if we align, almost always, how I've learned to do it is gives you a stable idea, a direction, right? When I started doing all this learning, trying to like really focus on it, because I was always healing my whole life, and it just came in stages, right? But when I started actually focusing in on how to balance it, how to understand it, I didn't have help. I didn't have anyone to show me or teach me. Couldn't afford therapy, couldn't do any of that. So all my healing I had to do on my own. So it was a lot messier. It was a lot just grosser. It was a lot harder. It was a lot of back and forth, thinking I failed 1,000 times over when I didn't. I was just at a different stage, and I was peeling back the layers, which if you go to my Fire and Flow and the Grace and the Grind, I talk about that because I learned from experience. So what I'm finding actually, Vars, welcome. What I'm finding is conjunction. I'm finding that we align. Even people that are doing hypnotherapy and all kinds of stuff, they're talking, they're telling me these things, and I'm like, yeah, I know that. I've been doing that for 10 years or whatever. And it's kind of weird because they have these big certificates and all these things, and I didn't have any idea that was even possible, but I've been doing it my whole life. So I guess someday I'm gonna have to just get the certificate just to say. But when you learn from experience, I believe that's why they do apprenticeships, right? So when you do the things and you do it so well, and you learn from masters, I mean, how could you not be good at it, certificate or not? Well, I learned the hard way, and I learned through trial and error, back and forth, and I only teach it because I've been through it. And if I don't know something, or it seems like something I need to really look into, I would never say, just go do this, right? I'm never going to pretend I know something I don't. But when I do speak on it, so now I want to go check it out for sure. Cause that's, I love I love talking about energy. I love talking about kindness. I love staying happy. And the reason I do that is because I have been through so much hell in my life. Like if you go back to even like last year in July or May or June, somewhere last year. I've all kinds of videos. I have like 300 and something or something. But if you go back there and you look, every time I would get ahead, I had to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild. And every time I got to a certain point, it would get taken, ripped away from me. And that was through people. That was through people that obviously didn't have my best intention. And it wasn't my fault. And that was the thing that I had to learn, because I kept taking accountability. Like, what did I do wrong this time? What did I screw up? Like, I don't understand. And that would actually set me back way farther, because I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing all of the things. I'm busting my ass. Like, I'm doing the energy work. I'm checking in. What is it? But it was other people that were literally calling into my job, having me fired, making complaints at the place I live for no reason. Those things. I'm a quiet person. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't do any of those things. I worry about my kid. But they would file complaints, and those kind of things caused a lot of damage in my life. But it got to a point where I'm like, I'm tired of traumatizing my kid with transition. And I said, nah, y'all ain't getting me like that. Yeah, we're homeless right now, but we're going to go camping for a couple of weeks. And I'm telling you, I said, God, I don't know what's happening in this world. I don't know what it is, but I'm trusting you. I've done every single thing I can possibly do. And I don't know what else to do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And then I was like, finally, like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going to take accountability anymore for some shit that I didn't do. And what happened within 2 days, and you can actually go, and if you go, it's somewhere in like June. It's like near the end of June. I want to say the 20th or something. If you go, there's like a video 2 days later. I'm camping with my daughter. We're sitting by the fire. I'm like trying not to cry. I'm like, nope, y'all ain't doing this to me. And like the next day or the second day, I think it was 1 or 2 days away, because I had to move all my stuff into my house. I got my car, I got my house, I got into the business program. And then I was just busy, got my business up and running. The way God said, yeah, enough is enough. You're right. I'm sick and tired of this shit. And literally, that's the way I heard it in my head too. Like, I heard like a boom, like, like when you hear that father roar, that's what it was like. And I heard enough. And then I heard, watch this. And that's all I heard. And I was sitting at the campfire with my daughter, and I had no idea what it meant. And I'm like gaslighting myself, like, what is that? And like, am I going crazy? And literally within 2 days, I had everything moved in. I didn't even have all furniture. Someone contacted me and donated an entire house full of furniture. When I tell you, couch, chair, table, brand new queen size bed that hadn't even been used. It was like something that sat in a guest room for years unused. The way I didn't reach out to them, they reached out to me. The way it came in was like, okay, that's why I preach as much as I do. Yeah, I like, even when I was trying, I still talk about it, and I'm like, because it was proof. It was proof when you're doing the right things. Even when the whole world is falling apart around you, you have to keep your faith, and you have to say no. My problem was I was blaming me all the time. And I'm not saying don't be accountable, but you can't be accountable for what you didn't do. You can't be accountable for what somebody else does. And the moment I said, I did everything the right way. I've been doing it. I don't understand. And then I finally said, that's not for me to understand. I'm leaving it to you, God. I trust. And 2 days, boom, 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 boom. Got into the business program that I was fighting for 2 years to get into. They ignored me, sent me down 20 different routes. It just was nuts. Yeah, it's been amazing. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. And the reason, and then of course the ideas, the way to teach this stuff the way I post my content. If you see on my posts every day, if you go back and you were to actually look at them and watch them as they're posting, they all tell a story. And they all tell a story of alchemy, of transformation, as um, taking your pain and turning it into something beautiful. And so all the things that I've learned, all the ways I have been through the fire, and trust me, there's many of them. Welcome, Viola and Laura and Mary. Welcome. And Sheila, welcome. Uh, Being through the fire like that it was devastating time and time and time again. But uh, the things that I've been through, now I walk through and it's like I've done it so much that the things that should absolutely destroy me, 144 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. 14441, as I said that. Okay. Uh, the things that should have destroyed me, what they did is they strengthened me. They strengthened my testimony. They allowed me that faith to say, listen, I know it's a struggle and I know you're fighting. It's not up to you to take responsibility for everything. It's not up to you to be the judge, jury, and executioner for anybody, because we've all had struggles and we've all been through some shit. So if we're going to hold that against people, we're just hindering ourselves.
Where are the bacon chips?
Where are the bacon chips? What do you think?
Are they in the cupboard? Mama, can we get more at the dollar store?
We have more. We have tons. Why do you need more?
If we want a bacon chips, we can.
I think I had to feed this kid. She's acting like I'm starving her, as she still has food on her face.
Mommy, I don't want to go to the dollar store.
We're not going to the dollar store. We just spent $800. She wants to go to the dollar store. We did not spend $800 at the dollar store. Okay, move. Let me get your. I'm just gonna get her some chips. I'll be right back. You're not putting your shoes on. We're not going to the store. Dude, we just spent all this food at Costco. Do you want potato chips or bacon chips? We are not going shopping. We have been shopping enough. Here. Okay, well, sit down. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. Get my kids settled. And watch her struggle to open it. Sometimes I gotta get my kids situated. That is the struggle. Do you want my help?
Yeah, I think I do.
So I almost didn't go live because it's Saturday and I try to do my lives when my daughter's at school. But then here's the problem I run into. When she's out of school for the summer, then what's going to happen, right? I can't just stop showing up. So we're learning to try to find balance. And this is the practice time where we have to learn to work with each other. So I keep wanting to shuffle this. So here, what do you want to tell me? This is the new deck. So she raises snakes. Fars, I love when you come and this is the earth is flat and she raises snakes. It is my number one fan. Earth. It's an earth sign. As if I didn't know that already. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. It's actually a Virgo. Bet a lot of money on it. What?
The sun's up and the earth is down.
The sun, what?
The sun's up.
Sun's up, yeah.
And the earth is down.
And the earth is down? Oh, okay, yes. You were confusing me. Tyler, welcome.
Bye-bye, parents.
Bye-bye, parents. Okay, stop. She's just she loves the camera. She's such a ham. So, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, are earth signs. The earthy vibes are patient and practical with a huge capacity for love. These signs are extremely organized and love to plan things in advance. The grounded energy they give off often makes others comfortable in their presence. They are humble. They are able to handle multiple emotional situations at once with their calm demeanor and level headedness. Earth signs are the go tos in a crisis. That's just funny. The way spirit tells on y'all. That was for my TikTok. Sorry, guys. Uh, Spirit be telling on my TikTokers, my fan club. Oh yeah, and then we got the fire sign. That's me, and there's probably a couple fire and Libra. By the way, that's my kiddo. That's all the signs involved. What are your fire sign too? Aren't you, Kate? I'm pretty sure it was fire. Who are you? No, I'm pretty sure you're fire or Scorpio. I can't remember. I can't remember. You commented on one of them. Post shadow retro. Oh, is there a retrograde coming? Earth popped out again. Sorry, I have to put these away. Spirit be telling on everybody. We don't want no trouble. Let's get these ones. I'm just kind of having fun. We're chilling. And by the way, raising your vibration, Kay, also can be as simple as just hanging around people that make you laugh. Watching a comedy movie, watching stand-up comedian. That sarcastic humor, the cynical humor is good too. We all like to have a little laugh. And as long as we're not laughing at people in their pain, learning how to laugh at a situation through the good, the bad, the ugly is okay too. So anything that makes you laugh, as long as it's not literally laughing at somebody else, like, oh, I don't even know. I was going to say, oh, they just fell on their face. But how many times do we watch those blooper reels where people fall and we still laugh? So, and I don't think that we're laughing because probably a lot of times we've been there, or we're laughing because we know that hurt. There's a little difference there. But if we're like, I still struggle with that. I think that when we're laughing, but we're not doing it in a humor that is, degrading to somebody or trying to hurt them or hinder them, then I think that it's okay. And again, that's only my belief. I'm not God. I don't have all the answers. I can only answer for myself, right? The earth is flat. Bars, I appreciate you for always showing up and getting my comments up. Then we have eclipse in Leo, compassion. That came out again. Shine brightly like the star you are. Amen. That's what we all need to be doing all day, every day. Bottom of the deck. Eclipse in Capricorn. New direction. Ooh. That's actually exciting. Anytime we take a step in a new direction, that's exciting. Reevaluate success. What does that mean to you? What does success mean to you specifically? Like to me, getting to have the time to do this, like what I'm doing right now, right? A couple hours. I got to end soon because I can't stay on all day. 2 hours, I think, is a pretty fair limit to come on. But having the time to do that, making the time, feeling good about it, knowing that my kid loves it. She gets excited. I don't know if she's excited about saying hi or she just likes the fact that whenever my videos come up, like, when you go to respond to your video and your video comes up, she's like, is that you, Mama? She gets all excited and so proud. And the fact that everything that I do, my kid is proud of me and I'm proud of me. That's success to me, getting to live where I'm not worried about survival. My bills are paid. My business is slowly increasing, and that's okay. I'm slow and steady. I'm building a foundation. I'm building my followers here that it's slow and steady, but the people that do follow me align and they understand that there's trust there. I'm not just building a channel. I'm building trust. I'm building it with people that understand the good, the bad, the ugly. And I don't try to be any one of them. I understand we're all a balance of all of it, right? Welcome, Judy Abrams. How are you? JudyAbrams.ca. Welcome. Is that a website? Cool. Temperance, yes. I'm learning balance and temperance. Temperance is slow and steady. There's no race. As long as I show up each and every day to be my best self, and I'm better than I was the day before, even in the smallest amount, then that's success to me. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, Canadian Medium. There we go. It didn't show before. It just said .ca. It was a website. Oh, you're a medium. I love that. Yes, it's cold. It's definitely cold. Misty Patricia, welcome. It's not that bad here. I can't say that. I'm acting like I'm in Ontario. I'm in BC, so it's been very not snowy, which blew my mind. Actually, I thought it would be a lot more, but the wind chill is yucky. L Long, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I love it here. We moved here probably almost 3 years ago. Now it was a struggle. It was some transition. We had to go through some crap. But now we're good. We're solid. We're building. Things are doing good. And I thought we were going to do a lot of tobogganing and stuff this winter, building snowmen. That kind of didn't happen. We got one little bit of. We get enough snow just to layer the ground and think, okay, something's happening, and then it disappeared. Happy Saturday to you too. I hope you're had a good week, and I hope you're resting and enjoying the rest of your weekend, preparing for next week. I'm looking forward to all the good things coming. What is the Wheel of Fortune? The way I was going to say, what's the energy today? What's going on in the energy? And I think that's just what it is. The wheel's turning, and it's, it said yes on the bottom of the deck. I love that. The wheel's starting to turn in people's favor. It's starting to turn in our favor. And as long as we don't focus on the rush and we slow it down and we understand that the wheel turns when it turns. Brockville, I haven't been to Brockville since I was a kid. Now you're 12 inches. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not sad really. Like I grew up in Ontario. I love Ontario, but that snow, a little too much for me. Welcome, Bree. Yeah, we're starting to understand that wheel turns, and as long as we keep showing up, it doesn't matter. Even if it feels like it's turning the wrong way, we need to reshift our focus and understand it's not. It's just turning a little bit so we can get a different perspective. If it's slowed down, it's because there's something we had to learn or notice along the way. So nice to meet you too. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I didn't pull too many cards. I've been kind of every time I come on, I do my teaching and stuff on, well, I do it on TikTok too, but my replays I post on YouTube at Creativity Guides Me. So I talk about fire and flow, emotional intelligence, balancing, learning how to turn pain into power, focusing our energy into our success instead of our failures, because there is no failures, only lessons. Blessings and lessons, that's it. And so I talk about that a lot, but every time I come on for the teaching part, everyone comes on and wants to ask questions, and I appreciate that. I would love to have you. Everyone comes in and they want their questions answered, and I always have to, sometimes I'll try and answer them here and there as I go, but then I always feel bad because I'm doing the lesson part. So I decided to come on today and just do the little answer the questions, So I give it a couple hours today. I don't want to go crazy, but I think I'm going to just put 1 day a week, each Saturday at 11. We'll do it for a couple months and see how it goes. And just do card pulls, answer questions, energy check-ins. I used to live in Edmonton, Alberta, but I moved to coastal Southern California 20 years ago. Holy moly. I've been all over the US. I've driven through California, but I've never actually gotten to stop there. There and Washington are pretty much the only two places I haven't really been in the US. I cannot handle Canadian winter. Yeah, it's been not bad here. It's cold. It's windy, but I mean not tornado style wind, but it. Oh, I thought for sure it was going to be absolute craziness. And I thought, because now my daughter's actually at an age where she wants to, go play in the snow, and then we don't get any. Mac Pop, welcome, and welcome, Sunflower. Yeah, I don't, I'm a wuss. I never did like the cold. I used to curse all the time because I was like, I was supposed to be a tropical baby. My mom messed up. I was supposed to be laying by a beach somewhere. It didn't work out, but my life's not over yet, so it's still possible. I have faith in the dream. Yeah, it hasn't snowed though, and I think that this is probably the mildest it's been in a few years in BC. And that's because God said, I know you need a break. You've had enough cold winters. Master Football, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good week. I hope you're relaxing, enjoying your weekend. All right, let me have one on the energy here. If y'all have questions, those burning questions, those things that curious about, as long as we're not asking, Jackie Law, welcome. As long as we're not asking about our lovers, are they cheating, those things, I don't ask those, because that's, unless your lover's here to ask me the question, I believe that asking somebody else's energy that hasn't agreed to it is like me going and found me on YouTube. Perfect. Thank you so much. I believe that peeking into somebody else's energy is like me going to your house and peeking through your curtains. If you didn't ask for it, I don't think that is fair. So like if you ask me to answer a question for you, I'm doing that with respect to you and your energy, right? And when we ask anything else about other people, we're not here for gossip. I don't do the he said, she said, but I will give guidance. I'll answer questions the best I can, as long as it's not something that's going to put somebody else in a position where they're not feeling comfortable. Because I wouldn't want it done to me, and you probably wouldn't want it done to you either. So I believe that incurs karma from the universe, because now we're playing in someone else's energy, and I don't ever want to do that to somebody. Welcome, Beth and Ajao. Oh my God, Siddhanta. Sorry, my English only works sometimes. How are you? Welcome back. All right, give me one. Yeah, you're already doing it, and that's the thing. When you understand, it's about finding that balance. It's about respecting your own inner will. It's respecting other people's boundaries. It doesn't take much to be a good human being, and when we're not judging people, when we're trusting in our own self. Ray was the actor J.E. checking me out the other night. Ray was the actor J.E. at a film event, or am I crazy? I don't know. We got to ask that so we're not pulling into their energy. How about we do it like this? Were you being checked out? That's fair, because we're not picking on specifically, and then if it's needed, that's L, right? Yeah. Was she being checked out at the film event? It said, first of all, you're not getting all the answers. It said maybe, and then it said King of Pentacles behind it. So maybe I'm answering the question. maybe, maybe not. But the King of Pentacles might be a hint that there's a possibility. But it says maybe. And the reason you're getting maybe is because if you want to know, maybe you should give him a little wink, give him a like. And because if you're interested and you're checking out and you're leaving it up to him, we're not saying you have to go on the all the way. But I just love, because I said I don't want to get into somebody else's energy. And because I don't, I like to keep that. So Spirit said, okay, well, you get your maybe. And if you want a hint, you got the King of Pentacles. So I'm assuming it's Mr. with money. I know that's kind of being facetious, but again, maybe you're not. If you want to know, you got to ask. There's certain things, and that boldness in asking, right? Sometimes I kind of laugh because I'm a smartass all the time, but even my spirit team, uh, they know how I feel about certain things, and they're like, I'll let you ask, but you're gonna get what you get. We'll give you a hint, and if you feel like the King of Pentacles might be hinting in that direction, uh, chances are he probably was. Sorry if I'm telling on you there, Mister. but, but if you really want to know, maybe you should try sending him a wink, and or him or she. No, it was a he, right? I'm pretty sure was the actor. Okay, well, actor. That's why I said he. Yeah. Who's coming towards me? I don't know. I can chat. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think we're walking the line here. Yeah, that was funny, eh, Judy? Sometimes you have to laugh because spirit knows. They know okay, I know how you feel about this. So we'll give a little, but we ain't giving it all. You want to know, you got to step out of your shell. And that's the biggest thing is the comfort zone, right? And when more people step out of their comfort zone, you get where did it go? Oh, I thought one dropped out. I guess I'm losing my mind. Hi, Blessing. How are you? Oh, I got a raid. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate that. I shuffled my deck and I got Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Ace of Cups. Okay, do you know what that means? That means, well, basic. It's intuitive. So first of all, we don't ever take that. I shuffled my deck. Knight of Wands means you're beginning to understand to take action. You got to trust the wheel. When you show up, it's gonna start turning in your favor. And the Ace of Cups means trust your heart first and foremost. Follow your heart. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles. So who's coming towards you? Seven of Pentacles is whoever you put in the work towards. Okay, that means whatever you put in the work towards. And then it says Knight of Swords. So you already have an idea of what's coming towards you. Blue Lotus. Oh, I love your name. You already have an idea of who's coming towards you, Master. And you know if you want it to actually happen, you got to put in the work. I like the way that came out. And then there's the Fool's Journey. You're on the Fool's Journey. What do you want to come to you? What do you want to come towards you? Because you already do know. You got a pretty good idea. You have that deck. Yeah, this is a great deck. And it's the easiest, simple deck. And the reason I keep this one because I read intuitively. I like to read the oracles. I like to read them because I'll tell what I feel about them, but I always feel like there's a chance I'm going to miss something. I don't like to miss the message that people need. So welcome, Sue. Raid, I appreciate you guys so much. Welcome. I'm just doing those burning questions. And as long as we're not asking what our lover's doing behind our back, or if somebody's going to ask us to marry us, or any of those crazy questions, I'm more than willing to give you the answers. As long as we're not peeking into somebody else's energy. And sometimes it's just helping you clarify the question. Thank you so much, Blessed. I love that so much. I appreciate you. Catherine, how are you, Sue? I'm good. I'm hanging out. People are starting to show up. I usually do my teachings and my accountability and all that good stuff. And every time I do, people come on and ask the questions. So I really wanted to set a day aside and spend some time answering those questions, having a little fun. Well, I'm so glad you guys popped in. I appreciate you more than you know. Asking those questions, answering, helping clarify those questions, because sometimes we ask the most random question. It's just the tip of the iceberg. It's not what we actually want to know. So if you're not asking what you actually want to know, how are you going to actually get the answer? You're going to get the same half-ass answer of the question you asked, right? Okay, now I got 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Okay, so that is 3 of Wands is your collaboration while waiting for your ships to come in. 8 of Wands is the message from a King of Pentacles, maybe. It could be more about your job, your business, that kind of stuff. 7 of Swords, don't lie to yourself, or some sort of betrayal. And then the High Priestess means you know. So if there's something you're confused about or unsure, 9 times out of 10, it's not your energy, though. When we pull cards, it's not saying that we're not in. No, you're okay. Don't say sorry. That's how you learn. High Priestess means you already know. Look at that. That's the I can't count. That's the 10 of Pentacles. Like that is your ultimate happiness. Okay, we do what I appreciate it so much. It's so amazing. Your 10 of Pentacles. So this is my 10 of Pentacles. I'm not a millionaire, billionaire, but this is my joy. This is what brings me happiness. This is what makes me feel good. I love to help other people, right? Is it my absolute rich? Am I a billionaire yet? No, but you know what's going to happen when you follow your passion, your joy, you're helping people understand what comes. Your money comes. It comes. I don't want for anything. I'm not, I spent way too much money as of lately, but in a good manner though. Bought a whole bunch of outdoor toys for the kids, the big play park system. So, and I had the ability to do that. These things are growing and they're coming forward. 10 of Pentacles for you, for me, for everyone is completely different. But when we understand that our joy is truly starts here, and here's that space where you feel good, you feel calm. Wait, do you do witchcraft? What is witchcraft? First of all, do you understand what witchcraft is? Because everybody does witchcraft. No matter how you want to put it. If you use herbal remedies, if you pull from the earth, if you're using spices and you make cough syrups, if you make healthy snacks, that's witchcraft. Okay. If you speak, right, you can speak positively, you can speak beauty onto the world, speak your greatness, wish everybody the best. You can talk all of the greatness, or you can complain, gossip, lie, all those things. That's bad, negative. I don't want to say bad, it's negative witchcraft. So people put such a bad connotation on things like that. We all do witchcraft. If you read your Bible and you trust the Bible and you're following the actions, it's witchcraft. It's all witchcraft. Okay. The bottom line is when you believe in something and you follow that to whatever it is, it's a form of witchcraft, right? It's really sad. And I lay it out the way I do because people put such a negative connotation on things. Look, yes, I have a message, and apparently I was meant to share this. When we put so much things on it, do you know that in the Bible that they hunted the Christianity and all these other religions hunted witches? And you know what witches were? They were ladies living off the land. They were creating medicines for their sick kids with herbs. Like, it's just nuts. YouTube is witchcraft, right? Programming, TV is programming. That's what they're doing. That's how you get all these programs in your head. It's all witchcraft. It's just in a different form. It's just kind of wild. I am learning to speak well about myself. I grew up in, oh honey, and I realize how important words are. The last 5 years of my life, I want to say, even up to the last 2, were just my whole life was traumatic. So, but what happens is when you come from abuse, which I'm sure you know very well, when you come from abuse and everybody you've ever known, loved, cared about, trusted, had betrayed you, traumatized you, hurt you in so many other ways, what happens? You only know and understand chaos. You only know how to say, oh, I'm garbage. Oh, I don't deserve this. Oh, I don't deserve that. And unlearning that is the hardest thing you're ever going to do, especially when you come from that much chaos. Learning to unlearn that is what I talk about. If you go back on my Fire and Flow series, my Grace and the Grind, my accountability, that's what I speak about. It's not about pulling cards and energy. It's about learning how to transmute that energy and take that pain and turn it into your power. And I'm a master of it. And no, I'm not saying that to boost my own ego. I'm saying that because I walked through that damn fire. Okay. And the one thing that everyone needs to know, when you come from that mindset, when you come from that training, and that's what it is, that programming, that education, it gets beat into you and you don't know what you deserve. And what do you think you deserve? Chaos. So what do you get? You walk into a chaotic relationship. You walk into friends that don't give a shit about you because you don't know. You think that's good. Well, at least they're not punching me in the face this time. Well, at least they're not trying to kill me. Like, that's your mindset. And I know because I've been there. So when I tell you there's no judgment ever, I used to say all the time, I deserve this. I don't deserve that. And I could talk about the trauma that I went through like it was nothing because you just become so used to it. And I didn't actually understand how messed up it was until I was, people would talk to me or ask me a question and I would answer it honestly because that's just who I am. And I would watch their whole face just go, like, just dumbfounded. Like, are you kidding me? Are you okay? Like, I'm here, aren't I? Like, but I was so used to it that I didn't understand. It took me a long time to process that. Then it also took me a long time to understand that I created more of it because I didn't know I was going into these chaotic relationships, friendships, and all that because I thought that was better than what I was. So I had to unlearn a lot of things and relearn, and I had to do it by myself while people were tearing my whole life apart. So when I tell you, words are important, I had to lie to myself. I had to look in that mirror and say, you're worthy. You're worthy to be loved. You're enough. You are amazing. You're all of these things. And when I felt like a liar. I felt like the biggest liar in the whole world. But you know what? I showed up every single day, and I showed up, and every time I had to build myself back up, not even just from the bottom, from under the mud. I had to claw my way out. And the only way to do it was to get away. And I had to train myself even when I didn't think anything was possible. And am I at perfection? No. Are we ever going to be at perfection? I don't know. But I do know that along the way, as long as we show up and we speak our greatness, we hold ourselves accountable. Because when I say I'm amazing, what is going to happen? If I don't show up and I'm not my best self, that doesn't mean I have to be perfect. You're going to get my sarcasm. You're going to get my, I don't know, my cynicism sometimes, because we're all extreme, right? We have the absolute capability to be an absolute monster, a beast, right? Like go to prison kind of beast, go to hell kind of beast. We also have that angel. And we should be neither of them and both of them at the same time. We have the ability because in times of survival, it's there for that. Does that mean that we go get pissed off at somebody and try to kill them at a red light? No, right? Like we have to learn the balance. And unfortunately, free will is exactly that. So it doesn't matter how much greatness we speak onto ourselves or the world. If somebody else doesn't agree with that and we happen to be in harm's way, first of all, 9 times out of 10, you're going to overcome it because God knows you can, right? It's meant to teach you something, and it's meant to teach you that you can overcome anything. I speak about what I speak about, and I talk about it like I do because that programming, that speaking better to yourself, it takes time. It takes practice, and you got to do it even when nobody else in this whole world shows up for you. And you could be having to do it when the whole world is going against you and hoping you die, right? They just want to see you fail because your light is so bright. And it breaks my heart when I see that happening. But the great thing is when you learn to speak your truth and speak your power, you hold yourself accountable and you stand that much taller and you show up in a strength that is so beautiful. That light shines, and it doesn't matter who you are, how much you hate it. They can't touch you. You get to a point where they can't touch you. Nobody in this whole world. And it's amazing. Welcome, Trevor. The way that, trust me, when your vibration's low, people that's speaking bad on you, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. You'll start getting sick. You start feeling anxious, especially if you're an empath. And I can almost bet 1,000%, L, you're an empath, because if you came from an abusive family, being empathic is not. It is a gift. So let me rephrase that. First of all, it is a gift, but it's a gift that you received from being abused. It's a gift that you receive from surviving, from having to survive. You can sense any little change in people's energy. Energy is a big way that you survive. It is part of your survival. So that it becomes a struggle, right? When you're trying to understand what energy is yours and what energy someone else is feeding onto you. And when people that know about energy start projecting their energy onto you, if you don't know enough how to filter it out and go, oh, I was just happy and everything go lucky a minute ago. Why am I all of a sudden anxious and nervous and all of these things right away? Right? When it comes to that point where you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? Where did that come from comes in almost 1,000%. It's not your energy. Learning how to let it flow through and not hold on to it. It's masterful. And when you actually know how to do that, nobody can touch you, dude. Nobody. Hope everyone have a wonderful weekend. Hi, Motive. How are you? Yeah, it's something that it is a gift. It is an absolute gift. But it takes time to understand it, and it takes time to process it and feel your way through it. And that's where the grace, if you really struggle with that and you've been through it and you've been learning to do better, you should really go check out my Fire and Flow series. Or if you don't really watch past ones, starting Monday is my Alchemy Emotion one. Okay. And that's the blueprint for turning pain into power. And what it does is it's going to pull together from the Fire and Flow, which is peeling back the emotion, understanding what it is, learning how to figure out what the information is from that emotion, what it's trying to tell you, what it's trying to show you. And then Grace in the Grind was learning that we're not keeping up with the Joneses. We don't have to worry about what everyone else thinks. We're learning how to give ourselves grace. We're allowed to be mad. We're allowed to be pissed off. We're allowed to be sad. We're allowed to accept kindness, giving ourselves grace in every bit of those emotions. And then making that next step is the accountability part, right? What is the next step that I can make that is a different choice? Because anytime you make a different choice, doesn't matter what it is, it's guaranteed not going to end up in that negative choice that you were doing before, that self-sabotage, that 2, all 5 twos. Spirit, thank you. That was confirmation, balance. You're learning to find that balance, right? Hi, Local. How are you? I hope you had a great week. Yeah, it's learning how to figure it out. And I talk about that a lot. And the reason I broke it down like I did in each section is because it's bite size. And when we make things that are bite size and just a simple little, why did that happen? That's curious. What does that mean? We're not beating ourselves up. We're not judging ourselves. We're not punishing ourselves. We're just, what happened? Why did that happen? I was allowed to be upset, but did I really have to tell that person to F off today? Maybe not. So, okay, so I'm accountable, right? I'm going to give myself grace because I messed up, right? It's okay. It wasn't my best look, but is there a way that I can change that so next time I don't tell some random stranger to F off, right? Learning how to be accountable and make a different choice before that explosion is a huge deal. And I broke it down in each one of those. So if we can get curious that each time, the end result is the alchemy of motion, which is the next series. Uh, you are truly amazing. Gratitude to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I believe we're all amazing, even if we don't know it yet. We're just waiting for it all to show up. Like Queen of Pentacles, we're finding that balance. We're understanding to ground that love, that passion, all that stuff on earth. We have to ground ourselves first, and that's what I teach. I teach it because it's my passion. Because I walk through that fire and I know it like breathing. I can't heal you, but I can teach you how to show up and get curious and find a different path and find a different moment and make a different choice. And I'm winning. And if I got to pull cards for you, if I got to ask questions, if I have to ask questions to the question you want to know about, so we can clarify what you actually want to know, then we can actually get you answers. But if you don't even know what you want, and you know why I had such a rough life? Because I had to learn what I didn't want so I could focus on what I actually wanted. And the only way to learn that, I had to unlearn all that shit, right? It's a hard thing to do, from pain to healing, yes. And that's what the starting Monday, it usually goes every Friday, but because it was a busy week, and I stopped doing everything on the days, unless it says upcoming video on my upcoming live on my YouTube. I stopped committing myself. Not that I'm not doing the work, but I stopped committing myself because I didn't want to feel obligated. When I come, I have to give from myself wholeheartedly and with trust. Blue Lotus, I sure can. Pull a card for you. Do you have a specific question, or you just want a general? Do you want a tarot card? Do you want an oracle, a self-care, a moonology? I can do any of the things, but I really want to do something that is going to find helpful for you, right? Juicy, welcome. Do you have a specific one that you would like to know, or you just any? Okay, well, we'll start with this and see where it takes us. For Blue Lotus, do we have something that we could 3, 6, 7 of Pentacles, making investments. So you have been putting in some work, and it doesn't mean it could be financial investments. It is the Pentacles, but I think it's more internal work, more getting situated, figuring out where to go. And when you're investing with yourself, oh, hold on one sec. Hello, I'm live right now. I'm live on YouTube right now. But it's the neighbor. It's okay. She loves me. So you've been putting in the work. Okay. And you're continuing to put in the work, and that's good. But don't, okay, how do I put it in the best way? Yeah. The world's just waiting to reciprocate, right? Generosity, it's going to come for you. Sent a swan. Oh, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. When you put in the work, it's guaranteed to come back to you, okay? No matter how you, Raccoon, how are you? And surviving the apocalypse. I love that name. Just don't micromanage the universe is the best way I can put it. You've already been investing into something, and it could be financially investing, but I feel like it's more investing in learning, in understanding, and figuring out what your passion is. And by that, I mean following your joy, figuring out what makes you happy. That's okay. I appreciate it so much. Any and all love, I appreciate. I could be wrong, but does that sound kind of accurate to you, Blue Lotus? It doesn't have to be. It could be a financial investment, but I really do feel like it. You kind of figuring out what you want, learning how to show up, and it could be just starting to follow your passion. But I want to pull another card, and it is, where are we pulling to? All right, let's see this one. Yeah, I feel like, because it automatically drew me to the Starseed Oracle. So you're going to throw it out before I even shuffle? Okay. And I feel like I'm right on the money here. Empathic starseed. You're figuring yourself out. You're trying to sort through what's your energy and what's not your energy. You're learning what actually. So I'm going to explain it. I meant to have a little story time here for a second. When you come from places like I come from, and I don't know how or where you come from, but give me 1 second. I will pull a card for you. When you're starting to sort through and understand you've been putting in the work, many people that align with me are empaths in some way, shape, or form. And as you can see, my people are starting to come to me now. I've been working on calling in my people. That's our soul tribe, right? And when you're empathic, you learn how to process energy. And when you learn and understand how to do that, you really can find your purpose a lot easier. And you start to understand how to put in that effort, right? So I think that's kind of what you're doing. I think you're at the stage where you've been putting in the work and you're just about to start seeing it reciprocate. Whatever it is, it's like you're putting in the work, you're investing, and you're doing little things, but you're starting to notice it energetically. You're feeling the energy. You're saying, okay, something is shifting. I don't quite know what it is yet, and that's okay. But you're trusting. You're feeling the energy change, and instead of worrying or freaking out, you're starting to trust. Like, this is interesting, and you're getting more curious and not so. Like, you're not running from it. And a lot of times that's what happens when things start to change. You're starting to lean into it, and that's really good. The author, welcome. Surviving the apocalypse. Do you have a specific question, or because if you have a specific question that isn't, is my person cheating or anything like that, because we don't get into someone else's energy, I will do my very best to ask it. That's exciting, Lotus. I actually really feel like you're right on the cusp of something. And you're starting to understand it. You're starting to feel the energy shift. And you might not know the whole, I don't feel like you know the whole story yet, but I think that you're, like, you don't know the whole story, but I think that you're not scared of it anymore. I think you're ready to lean in. And says yes. You're ready to lean in and show up and show out. And that's really good. I want to know how S feels about me. Okay, you're going to get a little lecture here. And I don't mean, I mean it with love. If you have to ask me, it's not good. Don't ask me. Hi, Novelty. How are you? And I'm not going to ask that because I can't ask you. I can't ask them because they're not here to say, okay, go ahead and check my energy. You can ask me. But here's the thing, and I struggle with the relationships thing because we miss so much because we don't give the other person an opportunity. And I really, really need you to understand that if you love somebody and if you really want to be with them and you can't even ask them that question and trust what their answer is, then it's not a safe space. And I really, really, really want to look up for you. But then what if I tell you yes, and you get so comfortable in that because I said yes, so now you don't have to do that step up. Now you don't have to take that action that says, hey, I really care about you. I really love you. And I need to know if you love me back. But because this lady, strange lady on the internet said, yeah, they love you. You're like, I can kick back. I don't got to do no work today. I'm not going to show up or show out for them. And then you're going to miss that blessing because you got too comfortable. Yes, this is my wild child. Okay, you got to get down, fathead. I love you. I love you. Okay, get down. Don't lick my face, weirdo. Okay, get you. Go watch your TV.
You don't love me.
I don't love you. I'm going to fight you in a minute. Yeah, so, no, don't yell, please. I know you're being silly, but, okay, hold on. Remember a boundary. Go sit down and get chip. Yes, you can have a hug. And I love you. Go eat your chips.
But Mama.
Yeah, no, but mama, nothing. So, yeah. I honest to God cannot tell you that just because I'm going to hinder your forward movement. And if you want to know if they love you, go ask. Show up with some flowers. Do something sweet. Say, I love you so much. And I want to make sure we're on the same page here. You know, I think what happens is we rob people the opportunity uh, to be accountable, right? And you know what happens sometimes when we ask that and we don't ask that person, maybe they didn't know they were making you question and you were unsure, right? Maybe it's actually a trauma that you have to learn and figure out because you're seeing it from a different filter, right? So when I start answering those questions, I'm really playing in that energy, and that's how relationships break down and instead of elevate. And I don't want to be the one to break it down because I didn't answer. You can ask anything that's about you, not somebody and what they do or feel or think about you, about what you have coming, your work. As long as it's not somebody else's energy, right? If your partner was here and said, "Hey, feel free," then it's a whole different story. It's just I believe in respecting the energy and uh, not butting into other people's stuff. And I want to see more relationships thrive, not fizzle out because people are taking shortcuts. So it's kind of my own personal thing. But it's because I believe in you guys, honestly. Israel, how are you? Okay, what is it? Can you tell me about my future? I can tell you about it, but uh, then it's going to change. You know that, right? Okay, work. I'll ask about work. Do you have some? Okay, I'm going to do this. Can I have something for surviving the apocalypse? I love that name. Coming in the future for work. That popped right out. The Ten of Pentacles. Stay doing what you're doing. That Ten of Pentacles, and look at the bottom of the deck is the stable foundations. Okay, we are building our solid foundations, and I think that's what you're doing too. You got to keep doing what you're doing. Don't pivot. Stay strong. Stay focused, and understand that to build your future. Yeah, I got it upside down there because I picked it up. To build your future, you got to show up and you got to do the things. You got to do it the right way. So everything I do is slow and steady. Trust me, and I'm the most impatient person in the whole world. I've learned a little bit of patience, but I need you to understand that for the long haul, if you want the long haul, you got to do the long work. You got to play the long game, and you got to have faith in your ability. Ground yourself. Get out of nature. All right, Blue Lotus. I can tell you about your future, and I bet it's going to be a good one. But as soon as I tell you about your future and you make one decision, it's going to change your future because energy is fluid. And I can only tell you based on if you stay the same trajectory, stay doing what you're doing. Do you like me like I love you? So somebody has a question, and then it says right on the back, unconditional love. Okay, that's kind of what we all want, right? And then divine timing on the bottom of the deck. Love is one of those things where you have to trust. If you love somebody, first of all, you can't love somebody until you love yourself unconditionally. You go through the good, the bad, the ugly. Focus on the positive. You stay leaning forward. Anything that has to change, there's a reason for it to change. If it shows up and is shown to you, there's a reason. And as soon as I cut the deck, believe in yourself. Your future, I'm not here to tell you your future. If I tell you your future, you're going to change your future immediately. The excitement should be in what's coming in your future. If you're doing something specific and you want to know because you've been putting in the work, you got to remember, God likes to surprise us. The universe loves surprising us. And when we start micromanaging the universe, like cut that cord. Cut that cord. And sometimes that's what you have to do in love is cut the cord. Sometimes you have to love them enough to let them go because they have to go out and learn that you were the most amazing thing that they ever had, right? And then they shape up, do better, or they move along, right? But when we start micromanaging the universe and trying to control the future, we miss out on the present. We miss out on the joy that lives here in this moment. And I ask these questions and I do the things because I'm worried about you grounding your future, grounding that beautiful end result, that 10 of Pentacles. I'm worried about grounding that to this world for you. So we have our heaven on earth. And when we can live in the present and be happy and joyful, we can do that. And these questions and the things that I pull, they're about you going inward and finding your greatest strengths and understanding that you absolutely deserve the unconditional love. You absolutely deserve that 10 of Pentacles, that millionaire lifestyle, the joy, the absolute bliss. But it's already here right now. It's here. You're alive and you're breathing. I get to sit here and talk to you guys. I get to build this beautiful park for my kid in the back. You know, I get to do what I love. I get to create content. Like, that's what it is. We don't got to worry about the future. We got to love the now and know that if we're showing up and we're standing in our integrity and our power, our future is 10 of Pentacles. It's guaranteed. It's absolutely guaranteed because every struggle we've ever went through, we've mastered it. We're still here. We're still breathing. We've mastered it. Doesn't matter if we crawled through the mud and we had to get dirty doing it. We found our way through, and each time we get better and better and better. And by the time chaos hits, we end up dancing through it. We go through it so gracefully. They think we're doing ballet, right? And our future, we're just walking right into it. But we cannot miss out on the present. Don't ever wish away the present. You're very welcome. Can I pull cards for you? Yes. Do you have a specific question or you just want me to pull the energy? Nada, welcome. Judy, I don't mind. I will absolutely pull something for you. But do you have a specific question or you just want the energy? The Empress, look at the bottom of the deck. That's you, Miss Blue Lotus. Let it come to you. Sit in the present, enjoy the feeling, love it. Feel that beauty and let it come to you. Do you have a specific question, Judy? Should I try? Yes. That's not. Yes. Sorry. Should Judy try a TikTok live? You gotta have thick skin first and foremost, because you get a bunch of assholes. You gotta go through a bunch of assholes before you get the good, loving people, because they try to scare you and intimidate you away. Look at victory. Yes. You should absolutely. Don't put expectations on it. If you got one, like right now, I have 2 people in this chat and I have 5 people in this chat. But the people that are coming, that's good. If you have a thick skin, you never got to worry, right? But look, it's victory. It's success. Do it messy. Do it scared. Do it. I still have live replays on my YouTube from probably 2 years ago. They still have 0 views. 0. I did Wheel of Fortune. The wheel, I was waiting for it to turn in my favor. I didn't do it for the fame. I did it to be obedient. I did it to talk about what I was meant to talk and teach about. I also posted the trauma, the chaos, the crap I've been through. I posted it. People can literally go back to my older videos and you can see the shit I've been through. And that's only for a short period of time. We're not talking my whole life. That could be, I would need an actual series. But you can see it. And it's there. I was doing it to be obedient, because when people are struggling and they're like, oh, she's just, everything's so easy and it was not a big deal. People can actually go back and see, okay, she's been through some shit, right? And the idea is that it doesn't matter where we are, we can always find a way through. And no matter what, the wheel is a cycle and it keeps moving. And no matter what happens, it's eventually going to turn in our favor. And we have to trust that. And we keep standing in our integrity and show up every single day. The only one we race is our damn selves. That's it. Am I doing a little better than before? At the end of the day, can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, man, I tried. I tried my very best. Did I screw up? Yeah, maybe I didn't do everything perfectly. Is there a way that maybe tomorrow I could do it a little bit better? I could just show up a little bit better? Maybe we can focus on that a little bit. Do I still love myself? Do I still matter? Yes. Then you're winning. Every single day, you're winning. Nello Far, welcome. I love this. It's my favorite thing. Did you try the tea yet, Novelty?
Yeah.
Marguerite, welcome. Did you try it yet? Oh my God, it's so good. I want to make a tea here soon. To heal and for all to know that love is eternal. 5 years of studying. You've been studying? What are you studying? I have not been studying. I've been learning the hard way. I've been studying, but a whole different kind of studying. I've been studying my whole life through ups and downs, the good, the bad, the ugly. One of these days, maybe I'll actually get a certificate, but look at the fool. Maybe that's part of my journey because I have the knowledge. I just don't have the certificate, but I have the master's certificate. I'll tell you that. I didn't open the box yet because I want to do an unboxing. Oh, that would be really sweet. You don't have to, though. I just sent it to you as a thank you because I appreciate you. 5 years of studying. What are you studying? Lost my mom during COVID and I'm a nurse. Yeah, that's hard. That kind of grief. And you have to always give yourself grace in that. And anyone that ever tells you, are you healed yet? Are you good yet? You tell them and you say it loud and proud. Because like that shit pisses me off. Like, sorry. That makes me mad. It takes what it takes when it takes. Okay, as long as it takes. And when someone tries to force you into something, all it does is pull you back way more. And anyone that tries to force you in or out of an emotion does not need to be in your life. Whether they are or not, I'm just saying, don't rush yourself. Don't give yourself hell. Grief is a hard one. It is one of the hardest things you will ever overcome. And you need to give yourself grace all the time. Studying with Suzanne Geisman to become a medium to heal people through grief. Yeah, it's I'll have to look into that. I don't know what I am. I just do what I feel. And I get messages sometimes, and I guess I just don't. Hi, Destiny. I don't I do what's needed in the moment. I don't know what all my skills are because I'm not trying to lean into one or the other. My idea is to help. I help how I help, and that's just all I can do, right? I'm not learning those boundaries, doing what brings me joy, and sometimes I get a sense of smell, and I can smell people. I can smell energies. I'm pretty sure I have all the clairs, and they get stronger and stronger as I go. But I'm not meant to be certified in all these things. I'm meant to help people and be accessible. That doesn't mean that I don't deserve to be paid or get what I deserve, but it also means that, I get to be me and I get to help people on a different level. I get to be where you're at. If you're willing to learn, I'm willing to meet you where you're at, right? I know, but I really like to do an unboxing. I would love that. And I would be that luck strength at the bottom of the deck. By the way, that's my number 8. That is my number through and through. I'm a Leo, born strong. I'm meant to teach people strength and resilience, so it doesn't matter. Yes, I'm meant to meet you in the dirt. I'm meant to meet you there, and it's okay. and I'll help raise you up, but I will not put myself under the dirt again. Right? Hi, Blair. And that's the difference. Learning, and I had to learn that balance because trust me, many people stomped on me to get up. I hope I'm an incredible teacher. I truly do. I know that I'm getting better every day. I don't. I teach from what I know, and what look at the Two of Cups. I teach from the heart. I teach from love, and I don't ever want to see. I'm that person, no soldier left behind. And unfortunately, I had to learn that I can't carry everybody up, and that was a heartbreaking moment for me. But I was trying to lift people up that didn't want to be lifted. Yes, we always learn, and we have to learn as we go. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? And I kept trying and trying and trying. And what happened, I was pulling myself down, pulling myself back, and really hurting myself along the way. And it wasn't until it started to hinder my daughter, right? Because it was hurting me, so it was making us struggle more, that I had to put my foot down. Because when you're a giver and you truly just want to give, there comes a space where you have to make a decision. And for me, it was like, it's not enough. I'm lifted by watching you. That is quite the gift. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Uh, I share what I can do. I always want to find those answers and have a little fun and be facetious. But at the end of the day, yeah, like it's about me and my daughter first. And even at the very minimal, it has to be me first. Because if I'm drained, and trust me, I got to that point many, many times, I didn't think I was going to make it. And the only thing that kept me going was her. But then it came, if I don't show up and I don't take care of me, who's going to take care of her? So no matter how you look at it, it leads back to her. And it came the same way. When you're giving, it has to be reciprocated. I don't charge. I do. Like if you go to my website and you want one-on-one readings, and I actually decided to change it up to clarity session. Yes, sometimes I'll pull cards as a tool, intuitive. I don't actually know if I was born a reader, to be honest. I was an energy reader from the abuse started very young. So I could read energy before I was 2, probably. Yeah, if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to die. Hi, Oceans. How are you? Yeah, parenthood is what it takes. Dropping a rose to every Canadian I pass by. Trident, that is the sweetest thing. Thank you for that. Number 33 on there too. 33. Express yourself. Show up. I'm telling my story. I share my story. The only difference is I don't share it through the victim mindset. And I don't want to trauma. If I told you the things I actually went through, it would actually traumatize you. It would actually make you go, it would really mess you up mentally. I know, because I had to sort through it. And even I didn't know that before. I was less self-aware. I honestly didn't know that. And I would say the things that happened so matter-of-factly, and people would be actually traumatized by it. And it's not about trying you. I'm not here to tell my story as in trauma. I'm telling you that I've overcome it. And if there's a story that I'm meant to tell, Spirit will always guide me and say, this is a story you need to tell. I've been fantastic. How are you? There's always a way to tell your story without throwing people under the bus, because at the end of the day, everybody has their journey, and hurt people. So those people that hurt me weren't at their best. Those people that hurt me had their own lessons to learn. So those things, it's not about sharing the story. You can go read my story. I have on my website, it's a PDF download. You can purchase it. It's called When the Villain Meant Well. And that talks about some sections in my life. It tells those stories, but even then, I don't talk about it. We're not getting into the nitty gritty. I literally have scars all over my face from the shit I've been through. It's not, those are small things because it doesn't matter what it is. I overcame it. I didn't let it mess with me. I didn't let it hinder me. And it doesn't matter. You can kick me as many times as you want. You can knock me down. You can take every damn thing I've ever had away from me. And I'm going to rebuild and I'm going to build and I'm going to come back bigger, stronger, better, more resilient, more loving, more compassionate. And I've proven it every single time in my life. And that's why people that have messed with me in my life actually now they don't have to like me, but they surely ain't messing with me. Because when you mess with somebody that's only trying to live their life and love other people and you genuinely try to hurt them, it's got nothing to do with me. I pray for everybody that ever wishes bad on somebody that's just trying to do good, because it may not happen that day, but I promise you, God will show up and show out. And when that happens, whatever it may be, because the lesson will be only the way that you know, only the way that you can understand. Not only is it going to come that way, it's going to come that way, and you're going to hear that person's name. Whoever it is that you hurt, whoever it was that you were wishing bad on, you're going to learn, and you'll hear that name. You will know 1000% why you're learning that lesson, because that's how God works. Okay, that's how the universe works. The universe will teach a lesson to somebody, and it's not a punishment, it's a lesson. The universe will always try to lead you back to love, lead you back to love. And the farther and farther and farther you get out, what happens? Those little love taps turn into a smack. And it's just the way it is, right? And trust me, I've had my ass sat down many times, many, many times. I used to be so angry because of the stuff I went through. I could cuss at, I could make grown men cry with my mouth. I was like a snake spewing venom. I could be mean as hell. And every single time I felt like crap afterward, the guilt, the shame. That's why I teach emotional regulation, because that blow up almost always is on the person that didn't deserve it. And then you have that guilt, fear, shame that turns into self-sabotage. And that's a whole cycle to get over. So I can tell you stories, but if I have to tell you a story, it's going to be because that story will actually help you move forward and understand that no matter where you're at in life, you can overcome it. Otherwise, sharing my trauma, sharing that kind of stuff, it will actually hinder you. It's not going to help you, because we don't sit in victim mode. And when we put ourselves in victim mode, we immediately create a crutch and we hurt ourselves. We hurt ourselves big time, and we don't want to do that. Welcome, sunshine. Blessed. I appreciate you so much for that raid. That was the nicest thing ever. I came in Knight of Pentacles. So Blair, I think that was for you, because my brain, I was like, what do I need to say to Blair? That was what I kind of said in my brain. And what I think is happening is you're on your journey. You're slowly getting there. You're slowly coming to the realization. The best thing I can say is don't get caught in victim mode. Don't get caught in the actual happenings, right? Learn from it, understand it, but don't get stuck in it, because there's always something to learn, right? That horse is ready to plow ahead and you keep moving forward no matter what. But that night means you're just learning. You're just trying to understand. And we're all on that night's journey. We're all just learning. But we get to a point where we can master each thing. And because we master one thing doesn't mean we master life. It means that we've mastered that. I've mastered emotional intelligence. I've mastered my triggers. I understand them. I've mastered learning how to share my story without getting crazy emotional, over the top, breaking down. And of all the things that I've been through, I used to share it with such I was just so used to it that it wasn't even anything. And then my kindness is when I did kind things for people, I was so used to everyone putting a tinge on it, right? Making it turn it into some negative thing. Oh, you just want this. Oh, you just wanted that. Um, that everything was always downplayed. So I could say that like it was no big deal. But then I would talk about somebody doing something kind for me, and I was so choked that I would like melt down. I would just start crying all the time. I couldn't even talk about it because the fact that somebody thought I was worthy enough to be kind to me, even though I did it for everybody all the time. It's that space in us that wants to believe that we're not worthy. Um, and that's why I come on here, because no matter where you are in your journey, you're worthy. You're more than worthy. And that one was the hardest part. And that's the kindness that breaks you open. If you want to understand what I'm talking about, go look at the Fire and Flow and watch that episode, because it is so, people laugh. It's laughable to some people, right? I can relate to this. Yeah, because you give, and you give because one, you love it. It does actually make you happy. But two, you were trained that way, right? Everybody comes before you. Then when you start putting yourself first, that's a whole thing all on its own. Then you start getting used to putting yourself first and you're actually doing good. And then somebody sees that and they're kind to you. You can't even, it's like, I don't deserve that. What is this? Oh my God. And you run away or you sabotage it or you push it away because you don't know how to accept it. That's how Happy Girl, welcome. And Natasha, welcome. Queen of Cups. Learning how to balance that and understand that. You have to show up for yourself. That trauma doesn't define you. That trauma made you exactly who you are, but it doesn't mean you're a horrible person and you don't deserve something. And if anybody ever tells you that you don't deserve something or you're not worthy of something, they're gone. You cut them out of your life. I don't give a shit who they are. Gone. Don't know you. You're dead to me. We're not wishing death on anybody, but you erase them for your memory banks, right? Maybe sometime in the future they'll come back, but you don't stay around it. You don't allow it. Welcome, Nanny Sue. Refuse, smile, everything all at once. Yeah, it's hard. It's so weird, which is why I talk about it. I mean, people would think I was crazy because I'd be talking just normal like this, and then I'm speaking about someone being kind to me, and I can't even get the words out because I'm choking back tears. And people thought I was crazy. They're like, "What's wrong with you?" Because they've had kindness their whole life, and they like, I mean, that's good. Like, damn, that's good. But they couldn't even understand what it was like to not have somebody want to be kind to them. And that is and I wish that for everybody. Truly, I wish every person in the world never has to deal with that. But for those that are like me and that had to, letting them know that's a scary place, and not to sabotage themselves, and to understand that it's okay to be scared and it's okay to be worried and feel like you're not worthy. It's okay to sit in that for a moment and say, why do I feel so fucked up about this? This is something that should be happy, but I want to push it away so badly. It's there so you can learn to start receiving. So like right now I'm not monetized, and which is fine because this year I will be. You wait, you'll see. I put my PayPal down there. I'm not telling anybody that you have to donate. That's not what I'm saying. But what happened was I went through a space where people were like, how can I donate? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Well, I created the PayPal and then I never put it out there. And finally, I was at actually one of my classes for my business thing. And you're not even giving somebody the opportunity, right? You're not even giving them the opportunity to go to your website. You're not even giving them the opportunity to support you. So I put things down there, just like when I come on TikTok and stuff, those the gifts and stuff. I don't ever ask people to like and share and all those, and I'm still fighting with that because it's still a word thing that I'm struggling with, and I don't ask people to do that because when I come to give, I give not with expectation of something. And that's the difference. Like, if things are transactional, if you pay me and you go to my website and you order a reading and we do a reading, then that is a transaction, right? But when I come here, I'm being obedient. I'm doing what God tells me to do. And I'm giving from a place I'm here for those, um, that one person that couldn't afford a reading. I'm here for that one person that's struggling to figure it out. People along the way, I'm here for everybody, but I'm here in these spaces for that one person that really just needs another step forward and doesn't know where to go or what to do and can't afford it. And that's why I want to, like, I joke about it all the time. If I can make money doing my content, give my teas away and help people along the way for free, I would be in my absolute joy, because I'm here to help those people who were like me that didn't have anybody and didn't have a hope in hell. And we had to figure it out one crazy step back, one failing, self-sabotaging step forward, because we didn't know that it was okay for someone to be kind to us. It was okay to be grateful and happy and just accept it. And that's what I'm here for. So, Queen of Cups, right? I'm here just to understand my heart. When I come and I give it, I give it. But I have to, learning to reciprocate was, putting my PayPal down there, saying, you're welcome to like and share, but gifts aren't mandatory. When I come to pull a card or to teach, it's not a transaction. It's never a transaction. You don't have to give me anything. You have to give me some energy if you want me to check in on it. But it's an energy exchange. And I give from a full cup. I never give from a half full cup. I never give on empty. And if I don't feel right about it, it's done. It's it for me, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I come first. My daughter comes second. Yes, second. Even though I'm pretty sure she still comes first. But at the end of the day, it has to be I come first. And then once our cup's full, then we come and we give it here. And learning to share and do that for people is my joy. And as it grows and as it changes, the people that we're aligning with now, that's how we learn. That's how we learn, that's how we grow, and that's how we share. Welcome, Carol and Sharkeisha. Sharkeisha? I like that name. There's that Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles again. And the Chariot. What? Putting in the work and it's on the way. Putting in the work, it's on the way. Putting in the work, wrong way. Putting in the work, it's on the way. It's weird because my phone does it backwards, so I have to do it backwards, but the computer is right on. So when you put in the work, you have to know it's coming. You have to know it's coming. You don't hold it to a time. We're not expecting it tomorrow. We just know it's coming. What's coming for me? I put a time limit on the year for monetization. It's because I'm committed and I'm showing up, and I just know. I know at the end of the day that when you show up and you do the work, it's going to pay off. And that's this year, building towards our future. So no matter how it happens, we're all going to win. We getting into your chips? She's so spoiled, this kid. I can't even tell you. If you saw the things that I just bought for this child, those big playhouses and the outside stuff, because she needs the emotional regulation stuff. So we went crazy. I'm waiting for it to come. There's like packages coming every day. But it's good because then spring comes outside. We can all be outside more. And maybe I can do some of these lives outside. That'd be kind of cool. Sit in nature. And if anybody here, when you get a chance, go hug a tree. Go sit right beside it. Lean up against it. Just sit there. Put your feet in the ground. If it's snowing, don't do that. Don't freeze yourself. But go lean up against the tree. And if you tell the tree, I'm giving this negative energy to you. Do you know that trees, they're transmuters, right? That's what they do. They take carbon dioxide and they turn it into fresh air. They take the negative energy, the shitty energy, and they turn it into good energy, and they put it back out into the world. It's the exact same thing. Like literally, it's not a secret in this science, and they talk about it all the time. Go put your hand on a tree. You're feeling nauseous. You don't feel good. Go put your hand on a tree. I give you this negative energy. Thank you for taking this energy. And you walk on and you leave it at that tree. And I promise you, you're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel better. That's what the world's about. Every little bit of gold, every little bit of joy is right there. And it's in the small things. We just have to remember not to miss them. We're the magician. We create our own lives. We create our own experience. We know what to carry, what to let go of. We know what tools are in our tool belt, and we're learning how to use them. And that is mastery. That's where our new beginnings, that's where our new ideas, that's where all of our new beginnings is the best way to put it. That's where they come from. Sam Ran 36, welcome. Okay, I gotta get off here. I gotta feed my kids some lunch. It's 2:00. I've been on here a couple hours, almost 3 hours now. That's a long time.
Yes, tiny noodles.
You want Mr. Noodles?
What are Mr. Noodles?
This kid, okay, so everyone's like, it's so funny because when I tell people I'm making Mr. Noodles for my kid, they're like, that's not healthy. But I'm like, yeah, it is. The kid, we put steak and onions and broccoli and carrots and all the vegetables, fresh ones. We fry it up. She gets gourmet Mr. Noodles because I wouldn't let her eat Mr. Noodles because I didn't want her to get sick. But she really liked them. So I was like, if we're gonna do it, we gotta spruce them up. I can't give you Mr. Noodles if we're not getting all the stuff. Yeah, it's on the way. Plain and simple. You're putting in the energy, you're putting in the work, and the good things are coming. But don't get caught looking to the future, right? Don't get caught expecting it. Just know it's on the way and keep doing you. Keep showing up your best self. Love yourself in those moments of struggle. When you're pissed off, be pissed off for a moment. Feel it, understand it, and then say, what is it trying to teach me? Why am I so pissed off right now? Ask the question, listen for the answer. Give yourself grace because you're allowed to feel it. You deserve to feel it. Then let it go and take the next step, actionable step, so that the next time you don't have to feel so angry. And if that next step is cutting people off, creating a bigger boundary, changing your mind, doing some reading or understanding, opening your heart and opening your mind, because there's this thought process or this stereotype or culture or religious belief that's holding you back. It's coming up. It's there for you to rethink, to understand, to change your mind. People aren't bad. There's you can't have good without bad. Okay, and you can't. That's free will, and we can't control someone else's free will, but we can control our own. And when we understand that we can equally be just as bad as we can equally be good, learning to find that balance means we can pull from either one at any given time, given the moment and given what's going on. And finding that balance and understanding that balance gives you a confidence and a mastery that many don't understand. We all have the capacity for both. We choose every single day where we want to be. We can be on either end of the spectrum, or we can stay balanced. And all of them are choices. But the balanced one makes walking through life, makes everything a lot more easy, a lot more graceful, a lot more peaceful. We're finding the balance. We're learning the balance on the bottom of the deck. It's what it is. And it's a constant thing because life's good is good, bad is bad. Well, there is no, I shouldn't say it like that because there is no bad, but sometimes it doesn't feel great. But learn to find that balance and feel it as it goes. Move with the ebb and flow, figure it out. And no matter what, always find a way to stay balanced. Because when you find that balance, Nothing can hold you back. You're mastering your own life. 313 on the clock. When you master your own stuff, it's easier to share and help others. Jay and Manisha and Viola, welcome. I'm about to get off here. I got to feed my kiddo lunch. I've been on here for 3 hours, which is a long time for me. So I think I'm going to start doing every Saturday at 11 for we'll do the next month or two and see how it goes. And if people want to come on, we'll pull cards, do energy check-ins. You can ask those questions. You don't have to pay me. It's not a paid thing. You can always donate to my PayPal, which will, I guess, for now, always be in the links because I'm told I got to do it. But you don't have to. There's never an obligation. But we'll try it for a couple of months on the Saturdays and see if it goes good and if people are liking it. For now, it's not going to be where I'm trying to charge money or you got to pay me. It's come ask the questions, maybe I have to clarify for you, help you clarify what the question is you actually want. It's not always about pulling cards. It's about understanding what it is you want so you can actually manifest it, right? And that's the most important thing. If I can help you understand what it is you actually want, isn't it going to be a lot easier to get? Welcome, Kenny. Okay, guys, I got to get off here, feed my kid. Tomorrow is the interview with Yoga with Goga. Super excited for that. And I really look forward to it. It's going to be exciting. They're always good. I show up every Sunday. No matter what I got going on, I clear that time. Novelty's got some cool stuff going on too. You got to check her out. She does a lot of interviews, but the drawing, what is it called? I don't know what you call it, but her sketches and her drawing is just phenomenal. You got to go check her out. She does a lot of cool stuff. So just make sure you go check her out. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow at the interview and then on Monday for episode 1 of The Alchemy of Motion, the blueprint to turning your pain into power. And of course, we're starting with the absurd, a draw with me. Perfect. Yeah. I can't draw, but I will watch you draw. I bought a projector. I kid you not. You may laugh at me, but my logo, because I bought a projector because what I wanted to do is gotta move this way. Right here, I put this board up, right? Because I want it to look like this on back there. But I can't draw. I tried to draw it a couple times and it didn't turn out very good. And I'm sick of screwing it up. So I got the projector and I'm going to draw it and paint it back there. And that would make me happy. AJ Pal. Oh, Lord. AJ Pal, 8989. Welcome. How are you? Yeah, I think it would be cool, right? Even though my fat head's going to block it. We'll have to figure it out, but
Mom,
I thought it would be really
to
cool.
jumping down.
Do what?
Keep your hands open at the line.
Keep your hands open for what?
So I can jump in your hands.
So you can jump in my hands. Oh, Lord. What can I expect in my job search over the next few weeks? Okay, give me a quick hug. And then, okay, give me 1 sec. I will check that for you because that's important. Okay. Go sit down.
What's the noodles?
Yes, I'm going to make them in a second. I will ask that right before I go. I was just about to get out of here. I'm just going to call you AJ, okay? I didn't even get to ask the question. So Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So once you put in the work, Page of Pentacles, if you're putting in the work, you have to trust. And what it means by trust, okay, if you put in the work, you've done the job search, make sure it's the job you want. Make sure you're doing the things that are needed. And then you got to trust that it's going to come to you. But also make sure you're doing the follow-up. Making sure when you have an interview, give it a day or two, send an email or do a phone call, just checking in, wanted to do a follow-up. If somebody says no, So here's what I used to do when I worked, and trust me, I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. I would go into any job with a blank slate. Doesn't matter what I know, because I could know everything in the whole world, and they may do it differently. So when we understand that from that perspective, and we go into blank slate, we're learning it their way. It's an ongoing battle, right? And when we understand that, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of working or starting over? It's okay to be afraid. Afraid is actually good. It just means caution. Ten of cups, right? If we don't step out of that comfort zone, you're gonna stay the same. You'll be stagnant. Getting rejected for work. Why would you be rejected for work? Do you show up? Are you reliable? Do you have good ideas? Are you a team player? You have to, don't ever let fear run any of your decisions, because if you go in being afraid of that, what do you think is going to happen? You're saying, universe, hey, I need to learn not to be afraid of that. So what do you think is going to happen? The universe is going to be like, well, the only way to not be afraid of it is to go through it and go through it and go through it and go through it. And I know, because I've learned everything the hard way, walking through that fire. So how about, instead of saying I'm afraid of being rejected, you could say, I'm really excited to get started on the new step, whatever step that may be. And it's a much different thing that you're speaking into the universe than I'm afraid of not being accepted at a job. I'm actually really excited to learn all of the new things at whatever job it may be. Maybe you're not meant to work for somebody. Maybe you're meant to start your own business, right? Maybe you're meant, and not everybody is, but maybe you're meant to do something else. Getting rejection is protection, right? Maybe you weren't ready to handle it. Maybe they weren't going to treat you properly. Maybe something was going to happen and your whole world was going to collapse. And that rejection was to save you from that and keep you open for that job that came next week. What was exactly what you wanted. That was exactly what you needed. That was going to pay you right. Was going to treat you kind. Don't ever take rejection as you not being worthy. It's protecting you and keeping you aligned and good for the good things that are coming. And when you can switch that around in your brain and learn to understand that, it makes it a lot easier, and you start flowing better. And then you sit back in that Empress, and you're creating that space, right? You allow that time, and you give the universe time to weave its web. Don't be afraid of getting rejected. Rejection is protection. Trust me, I learned that shit the hard way. Digital Musings, welcome. And Emma, welcome. Yeah, don't fear. Don't let fear ever run something that you're doing, because the minute you fear it, you're just creating more fear, more reasons to be fearful. We're not doing that anymore. We're following our heart. We're letting our heart lead the way, and we're opening the door to new beginnings, new excitement, and understanding that we already have the knowledge. We already have the knowledge. We know what it takes. It's their benefit. For them to hire you, for them to want to build with you, it's benefiting them, right? It's benefiting both of you. It's going to be reciprocated. And if it doesn't work out right away, it's because they're waiting for just the right thing for you. Exactly where you need to go to learn that lesson, to share that lesson, to teach somebody, to stand in your dignity and your integrity. You teach lessons everywhere you go, in every encounter you ever have in your entire life. And maybe you're teaching you the lesson. Maybe you're teaching them the lesson. Maybe you're both teaching each other. Don't ever be afraid of being rejected. It's protection. And your heart will always lead the way. Show up, do the things. Just do what you got to do. Put in the work. It's going to come back to you. You already know that. You do. You know. Have faith. It's okay. The recording will go up. You can just pull it back. I think it was at like 3:18 or something. But don't be afraid of being rejected at all. You got it. It says warrior woman, but when you show up for yourself, you show up, right? It's going to work out because you're putting in the work. And that's the sword of knowledge, right? Trust in yourself, trust in your clarity, and trust in divine timing. Divine timing is no joke. I don't give a shit what time of the day it is, where it is. Nothing happens until God says, till your angels say, till the universe says, till source says. And I say it like that because we're not picking on religions or any of those things. Whatever it is to you, that higher power, divine timing is divine timing. 323 on the clock. I have job offer. I don't know what that means. I have job offer. I have an offer from Samsung, but I am not going. Why are you not going? I have only one chance. What does that mean? I want to help you. I just don't know. You have only one chance because of the job offer? If you have an offer. It's funny, I just ordered a Samsung. What does that mean? I have an offer from Samsung, but I am not. I think that means I'm not going. If you only have one chance and you're not going, then you can't even, you have to let it go because it's up to you to show up. So if you want the job and it is an offer, then show up for it. There's no reason that you shouldn't go unless it's hindering your life. And if it's only an interview, don't be afraid of rejection. Just show up and be your best self. That's it. That's all you can do. Okay, I've been on here for so long. I think you should go. I think you should give it a chance. And things that are meant are going to show up. My friend gave me, I can interview. You can interview only once. So then go. Just go. Show up. Show up for yourself. Do the right thing. Go. It's a new adventure. Any new job, any new beginning is a new adventure. Take the chance. Invest in yourself. Show up. Get the job. Build up your life. Build up some money. Put away for a rainy day. And then go adventure. Go do things. Don't give up on yourself before you go in. Go to the job interview. Stand in your power and tell them why they would be so lucky to have someone like you. Let them see your strengths. Let them understand what you can do and trust. If it's meant for you, trust me, you're going to get it. But if you don't show up, you're guaranteeing you're not. Right? You make that decision. You cut that decision off before it ever happens if you don't show up. That's you. That's not them. And that's not being rejected. That would be you rejecting them because you didn't show up. So to give it a fair shot, you got to show up. You got to let them see who you are and then decide. And don't be somebody else. Don't put on a mask. Be your true, authentic self. Because then you give them the opportunity to actually see who you are. Almost every single time when you show up fake or trying to be somebody else or trying to be what you think they want you to be, you put on that mask and you don't allow them to see who you are. And they probably would have hired the actual you, and then they miss out. You both miss out on that opportunity. Be yourself. Show up. Just be you. And then when you get the job, come back and let me know. Because there's something to celebrate. It's worth celebrating. Go, show up, do the thing. You will. See, that is, right? That's the 3 of Cups. That's celebrations. You got this. I have faith in you. Show up, look nice, be yourself. Okay, I got to get up here and make us some lunch. We're hungry. I appreciate everybody for show up and be brave. Just like Grace said, be brave. Okay, hurry up. Don't get chips on my desk, fathead. Okay. Okay, go. No, I gotta get off here. You gotta
And play with your pet.
and share with your pets, not your chips though.
Mom, can I share my chips?
Yes, I'm trying to get off here. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I love you guys. My kid just decided she wants to be a TV star today. I gotta make some lunch. Come back, let me know when you get the job. You were a lucky kid. Yeah, she's spoiled. She's very spoiled. It's okay. I know. So somebody has to. Trust me, that kid's gonna be spoiled till she's 100. And that's okay. Have a good day. I love you guys. When you get the job, don't give up on yourself. Show up, be you. And when you get the job, come back and tell me I was right. Because I love being told I'm right. I'm telling you. I love you guys. Have a good day. And I will see you tomorrow at Goga's interview. Have a good day, guys. Bye. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Shit. I can't trust me with technology. Okay, let's try again. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. And remember, say it.
And remember, share with your cat. You're out of control.